The following is a presentation of Paola Sports Live. It's time for Panther Sports. On your new home for Paola High School athletics, Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. This is Paola Athletics, on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.
And good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to week number 6 of the high school football season as the Paola Panthers get set to welcome in the Piper Pirates for a big-time Frontier League matchup between these two teams. BJ Harris along with you, along with Corinne Harris as we settle in for a night of football. It should be a lot of fun. It should be a gorgeous night for football, even a little bit warm here as we head into the middle part of October, but we are still playing football, and that is the bottom line, albeit if you're the Piper Pirates, a little shorthanded. They're battling with some illness that is spreading through the football team, and so still able to play today, which is very fortunate. I believe they were waiting on some tests, and those came back negative, so but still fully depleted, about 7 players and contributors out of the ball game. If they're at full strength, this is a very, very competitive ball game. I still think it will be here tonight. You're watching across the way as they're getting ready to do homecoming festivities. Very cool of Mr. Hines and the Paola School District for allowing Piper to do their homecoming activities from Paola. If you'll remember back at the beginning of the season, Piper was shut down. They didn't know if they were going to be able to play sports. Wyandotte County canceled all athletics for all the schools. Piper fought that. They ended up staying and being able to play sports, but none at home. So their entire season has been one road game after another. And so across the way right now, they are doing some of those festivities for homecoming. Again, really cool, Paola, to do that, and congratulations to all those students are going to get an opportunity to have that experience. As for tonight's ball game, the Paola Panthers, of course, coming in as the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A. They are coming off a 48-7 win over Wamego last week. A very good ball game, one that was dominant from the beginning. Really never let Wamego go. Never got them started. And offensively, Paola was really able to do whatever they wanted to on the offensive end of the floor for the most part of the field, rather. Garrett Williams, 7-7 in the passing game. That's pretty efficient. That's 100% for those mathematicians out there. 154 yards and a touchdown. He also had 9 carries and 65 yards for 2 scores. For Paola, Giovanni Blackie, 13 totes, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. Easy day of work for Giovanni, who is really becoming a standout player for the Panthers. Fletcher Audie had 8 carries, 33 yards and a touchdown. Jack Earlywine, how about a good start for him? We'll talk with Coach about him in just a little bit. 2 interceptions in the first quarter. Back-to-back plays, he had interceptions. The first one went 62 yards for a touchdown that gave them an early boost and certainly led the way. Isaac Brackner, leading tackler on this team, 32 tackles on the season in just 5 games, and he had 8 the other night against the Red Raiders. The Pirates coming into this ball game 3-2 in Frontier, or 3-2 on the season, 2-1 in Frontier League play. And man, what the schedule they played. They started off the season with Ottawa. That's a pretty easy one. But their first loss was to the now ranked number 5 team in 4A, the Lansing Lions, and then beat Leavenworth, beat Lewisburg in a close ball game, 21-14. Lewisburg's pretty good, and then lost to Tongi last Saturday in a game that got pushed back a day. Tongi's the number 3 ranked team, and now here they are playing the number 2 ranked team. So of their 5 games, of their 6 games, they will played 3 of the top 5 teams in Class 4A. After tonight's game is done, then they should be pretty smooth sailing as Spring Hill and Bonner Springs coming up in subsequent weeks. And so we will see. But as I mentioned, Piper right now pretty depleted. They've got some guys who can compete. Coach talks about the fact that this is a very good Piper team, especially good when they are at full strength. We'll see what they have tonight, but Paola, boy, they're really good as well. And I talked to Coach a little bit, tried to get him cornered. He wouldn't let me do it, to put him in, put this Paola team in perspective among all the great teams. I mean, you're talking about a football program that has been dominant for almost 3 decades, but we want to see kind of where this 2020 team ranks. And I think 4A right now is wide open. We talk a little bit more about that with Coach in just a little bit. Nonetheless, it's a Friday night in Kansas. We're going to play some high school football in just a little bit here in Paola. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what's possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. If you're in the outskirts of Paola, along Highway 169 or along Highway 68, you've got access to Go Brawley. You got to go check those guys out. We live in Spring Hill. It is notoriously bad internet. It's the worst you can imagine. We don't have Go Brawley. We can't get it. I would love to get it. I've talked to Rick. We're going to try to get it into Spring Hill, but for the time being, we don't have it. You do have an opportunity for most of you in this area. If you're watching our deal and you want to look for a better option for internet, please go to gobrawley.com. Tell them we sent you when you talk to them, and help those guys out, because they certainly help us out to bring you Paola Sports Live here all season long, free for you to watch. And our pregame show is brought to you by Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, where they are committed to providing quality health care to families in Miami County. A comprehensive approach to oral care. Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. Learn more at ironhorsedental.com or drlaurasortho.com. When we come back, we'll hear from the head coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert, when we return on the Dr. Laura's Orthodontics Iron Horse Dental pregame show here on Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Welcome back to the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics pregame show here on Paola Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get ready to talk to the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert. And Coach, coming off a good win over Wamego last Friday. Obviously, coming into that ball game, didn't know a ton about the Red Raiders, non-conference team, a team you probably never faced before. And they come out in that spread a little bit, but never really got it going. Your defense just disruptive, and I think that's probably the key when you go against a team that's going to try to spread you out and find some gaps. Just be disruptive, and you guys were.
That's an excellent point. We feel like defensively we're getting better each week. Our back end's getting better, and consequently our line is starting to. We've been able to put pressure pretty well all year, but sometimes our back end has made some mistakes. Now the back end's getting more assignment sound, allowing our D-line to come home a little bit. We disrupt. We got them out of rhythm, which is key to what they do. And I just don't think they were used to seeing the type of defensive ends that we had. Our defensive ends had great games that week. Our outside backers had great games. We took the jet sweep away from it early. That basically narrowed them down to a counter trey team and a pass team. And any coach in the world, if you can cut the other team's playbook in half, it sure makes it a lot easier to defend.
Yeah, you talked about those DNs. I want to talk about the front four just in general. Those guys that start up front with Carr and Stanchfield and Bassett, Rogers. I mean, good night, man. That's a front four that I've been doing this for a long time. You'll find a guy every once in a while, one or two maybe even on a D-line, but to have four guys like that up front, man, just talk about that front four and the advantages they bring to the table.
Well, the one thing about them is we knew that they were athletes, that they just weren't some big kid that we stuck up front. Three of those four guys, if you know anything about testing, performance testing, three of my four down linemen are 30-inch verticals. Yeah. And, that's pretty impressive in high school for any kid, let alone lineman. So we knew we were athletic. We knew that we could put pressure on the ball. We had to work on some squeeze in space, but we felt coming. It was the one unit that came back from last year. Yeah. Even though we did lose a 3-year all-league kid at the end off that last year's down 4, but the other 3 played a lot. We're very pleased with them. We knew that early on in the year we were going to have to lean on them heavily as my inexperienced linebackers, my inexperienced safeties and corners had to get a chance to grow up and learn from experience. But they're good against the run. They put pressure on you when you throw. We're very pleased with that unit.
Yeah, I mentioned in the broadcast, Bassett made a play on a swing pass on your guys' sideline where he had to come out and make the play. And I said on the broadcast, I said, grab that tape and send it to every college in the Midwest because that's a college DN play. To be able to make a play on the sideline from the play side DN side, it was just, I'm sure you remember what play it was. It was pretty impressive for him to track that dude down.
Exactly, and he did a similar thing on a jet sweep.
Yeah.
When you're a jet team, the last person you worry about is that DN. You just outrun him. And our DN ran him down. Yeah. And, Demarius is a pretty good, pretty good. He is a very good athlete.
Yeah, I'll take a few of those guys for sure. Another guy stood up and had a heck of a ball game for really a heck of a first quarter. Jack Earlywine in that back end. Talk about his maturation and his ability to find the ball and boy, popped those hands up and took it to the house.
Well, Jack's the one returning linebacker that played last year. Yeah, and if you look at him physically, he's kind of a tall, thin kid, and he may not look the part per se, but there's a reason why we've started him for 2 years. He's very instinctive. He is rangy. He covers a lot of ground. He's pretty good at covering backs out of the backfield. He's had 2 pick six in a row. He closes well. And we knew, especially against Wamego, because of the way they ran their offense, that we were going to have to, our DNs and our outside backers were going to have great games. And he's had a great year.
And then on the other side of the ball, offensively, it's been fun to watch Giovanni Blackie just kind of develop a little bit. A couple of plays where he was in there and he put his hand on the back of those blockers in front of him to find that hole and then making the cut, 5 or 8 yards downfield. That's some growth, certainly from week 1.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Giovanni really hasn't played much football. He was JV last year. We knew he was a physical talent. We knew he was very good. We also had 2 all-league kids also in the backfield from last year's team, Connor Hawes and Evan Phillips. And we couldn't, just find a way to get him on the field enough last year. And part of it is he wasn't sure of his assignments. He was playing tentative. So we said, you know what, we're going to keep him on the JV level. We're going to give him a lot of totes. We're going to make sure he understands basically what we need him to do. And then hopefully his development as he comes into this year will be pretty quick, and it has. It's getting better and better each week. And personally, BJ, I think he's scratched the surface. Right. I really mean this. I don't think he understands how good he can be yet. The things that you don't realize about him is how strong he is. Right. He's a very, very strong kid, and he's learning that. He's learning when he can outrun people and when he can, finish off a run by lowering his shoulders, that type of thing. But yeah, it's been fun to watch. He had I think we only ran him 9 times last week, and he had 140 yards or something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of scary that his ceiling is still quite a ways to be found. We're talking with the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert, here on the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Moore's Orthodontics pregame show here on Paola Sports Live. We'll take a quick break. Come back. We'll talk to Coach a little bit about putting this 2020 team in perspective, kind of where do they stand, and does he think they have certainly what it takes to win a state championship? We'll also talk about those Pirates when we return on the pregame show on Paola Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me. So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Welcome back to the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Moore's Orthodontics pregame show here on Paola Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we continue to talk with the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert. And Coach, I'm going to ask you this question because I had a thought and I'm trying to get some perspective. You know, I'm kind of new to this area. I'm from Southeast Kansas, and I kind of got into broadcasting when Southeast Kansas football was starting to kind of dwindle a little bit. It wasn't quite as the juggernaut that it was in the 90s and started to dwindle a little bit. So I haven't seen high quality, super high-level high school football in a while. You've coached one of the winningest programs in Kansas history. When you look at this team, the 2020 Paola Panthers, where do they rank among the teams that you've coached, and how good are they, and how good can they be and is this the type of team certainly that could go win a state championship?
We really do hope so. We've had, honestly, 2 or 3 teams in the last 10 years that, if with the exception of Bishop Miege, right, we really felt like we're good enough to win the state, and which is kind of how dominant Bishop Miege has been. Yeah. You know, that one year, I had a team that, quite honestly, in my 40 years, was good enough to win a lot of years, win state, and that was the year that Miege beat the 6A champ by 40, the 5A champ by 50, and I think they end up blowing our doors off by 50 or 62. You know, they were just a whole nother level. Now, I have not watched them this year. I've not have seen them on tape yet. I've heard they're not as good as they've been, but that still doesn't mean that they, you know, we're not playing Rockhurst. You know, we're not playing Aquinas. Right. So the competition they see is outstanding. It's as good as you can find in this area. And so we know they're going to come in battle tested. They have not lost a 4A game in 17 years. But I believe, getting back to your original question, I believe we're pretty good, but I also think the eastern part of the state is loaded. Right. There are dangerous teams up and down the bracket, and we're playing one tomorrow. That Piper team is good now. Yeah. They are really, really good. They return 18 starters. They're gigantic up front. They've got a good running back. They use multiple quarterbacks that both can hurt you with their legs and throwing. We know that we could play well tomorrow and come up with a loss. we got to be if we're not on our A game, it could be a long day for us.
Yeah, talking about Piper, I imagine you've caught and watched them play Tonganoxie last Saturday. What'd you learn from that, since that's a common opponent and one that certainly gave you a test?
Quite honestly, not much, because they had about half their lineup was quarantined.
Oh, okay.
That was not the healthy team.
Okay.
Yeah, and it made a big difference.
Okay.
It made a big difference. So, no disrespect to Tongi or anything, but Tongi did not see them healthy, and I've seen, but they still did the best job any of us did against that running back for Tongi. He got his 200 yards, but it took 40 carries for him to get 200 yards.
Poor. I don't know if there's anything left in the gas tank for that poor kid by the end of the season. I mean, they're giving him the rock, but he doesn't seem to wear down. I mean, that's one thing about it. He does seem to keep coming, so maybe he'll still have some left over. But.
Yeah, right now I believe he's leading the country.
Yeah,
not just state, the country. So I'm impressed. He's got my respect.
Right, for sure.
But we know that Piper's going to be a great test for us, and because they've not been able to host games at home,
right.
It's going to be their homecoming on our field.
Oh, neat. Yeah.
And we're going to wear our away uniforms, a whole 9 yards.
Cool.
Like I said, our kids, it's going to be a little different situation. I don't know how much that'll really play into it, but we know they're going to come in juiced. It's their homecoming. We ended their season last year, and they weren't too happy about that. And they're good.
Yeah.
And they're experienced. And they've played Tongi, they've played Lansing, they've played Lewisburg. They are battle tested.
Right.
They have played good programs. So we're excited about the opportunity, but we're very much aware that this is a very, very dangerous team. Honestly, if you'd have asked me before the season started, I really thought the winner of this game was going to win our league.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty good league. Turns out.
Pretty good league.
Turns out it's a pretty good league.
I think the league's going to show up very well in playoffs.
Well, let's hope we have some playoffs and we get to see what that's going to be like, Coach. I appreciate your time as always. Good luck tonight against Piper, and go get them.
Thanks, man.
Head coach of the Paola Panthers joining us here on the pregame show. We'll take a quick break. Still to come, opening kickoff as the Pirates come in to take on the Panthers right here on Paola Sports Live.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
And welcome back out here to Paola Panther Stadium. PJ Harris along with you as we get set for this Frontier League match of the Paola Panthers in the Piper Pirates. You heard Coach say there on our interview a moment ago about they are in their road uniforms, allowing Kansas City Piper to have their homecoming here a little bit ago. And I'm a huge fan of that because those home uniforms are tough for me to see sometimes. Those numerals on that black jersey with gold numerals, I've already given Mr. Hines a hard time about it, but boy, the white jerseys, black numerals, boy, I can see those all day long. And I'm not going to say that I'm old. That might be part of the reason I can't see those numbers. I mean, that would be the logistical reason, but it's it makes me feel bad, so I don't say that. But getting fired up for this one should be a lot of fun. Always just be thankful. That's more than anything else. I mentioned this early in the season. I think I've forgotten this as you start to kind of get in the grind of things. And, we've done multiple broadcasts across our network and making all those things happen. But you got to recalibrate every week and just be thankful that we're able to sit here and watch a high school football game in 2020. It just makes a huge difference, and we got to learn more about appreciating the things we have, and this is certainly one of those that's meant a lot to me, and very thankful to be sitting here on a Friday night bringing you some high school football here on Paola Sports Live. Piper will be in their home uniforms, as we mentioned, white bottoms and those purple tops, white numerals, little trim, I believe, of some gold sprinkled in there, some gray on their uniforms as well, and should be fun. We'll see how this matchup does go. Coach mentioned depleted, and that is how we are with Piper. Right now, Paola hopefully full strength as much as possible, and we will see if it is even a factor here in this one. We'll talk about some of the area matchups as well as we get on through the game. Some good matchups, including a lot of weird ones because of teams having to cancel and so forth. We'll talk about that. Onside kick, how about that as a gutsy way to start things for Piper? And zoom in there, kiddo. See how that one went. That was not certainly expected, but I think Piper might have won that one. We'll see. I haven't seen the officials are talking about it. The Paola coaches, I believe, want that to have been illegally touched. I'm not sure if it was. And I'm still not 100% sure. You see Pews are going in there. That should be offense. So Paola must have jumped on top of it. They should have the football. That is gutsy. I like it. I don't mind the call at all for Piper to do that. And we've seen on the year now, Paola is 2 for 2 on sides if they do get this when the officials still talking about it. Over there on the far sideline. And we'll see what they end up doing. I haven't even written down whose ball it is. If it is illegally touched, then they'll have to move it to where it's touched, I believe. And I think it's even a penalty on top of that. And I think that's the discretion. These are poor officials. They were sitting over there drinking tea, getting ready for this game. And, boy, they got to go work right away. 1 second into it, they're having a conference. And Coach Dumpert here on the near side just puts his hands behind his back. I guess I'll let those guys sort it out. They don't need my help. The offense is out there for Paola on the field right now, I do believe. And now the white hat with some explanation, hopefully. Coach will go get that. You see him coming out from the bottom of your screen. Some of those area matchups, obviously this is a good one. Tonganoxie's number 3 team in Class 4A. They're 4-1, 2-1. They lost their game with Spring Hill, supposed to be tonight. And they're taking on Southern Boone out of Ashland, Missouri. Pretty good team. That's not a slouch. They're the number 7 ranked team in Class 3. Class 3 in Missouri is pretty comparable to Class 4A in Kansas. And it'll be nice to see that one. That's tomorrow afternoon. So Saturday football, you'll be able to watch that on our Tonganoxie Sports Live channel if you want to pick up some Saturday football. That'll be going on over there. Now the official will come over and have a conversation. They might re-kick. I don't mind that either. I think from an officiating standpoint, or maybe it's a penalty, they're backing them up. No, I think they're just going to re-kick it. And or if it was a penalty. I never saw a penalty flag, but you don't kick it from the 30. So it must have been a penalty. Must have touched it, and they'll move it back. And so now Paola will have good field position as they'll back it up and they'll re-kick it. And was a block in the back?
Illegal contact on the kicking team.
Legal contact. It was illegal contact because one of those guys came in there and made contact with Paola, and I'm not sure if you can make contact with the other team until the ball goes 10 yards. Does that sound right? I don't know. I might be making stuff up. Regardless, they'll be kicking off again. I don't believe we're going to see the kicker, Zane Busick, 6'1", 190 kicker, sophomore, do that again. It wasn't a bad executed kickoff or onside, but it ends up being illegal contact was the penalty, and so now Paola will have a chance for a return. I suspect they will get one. That was, I think, a gutsy call. I like it. I don't mind that one bit. They will kick it now. Be fielded at the 30-yard line on the far side by Pitzer, and Pitzer, Brock, will be knocked out of bounds across the 35 up near the 36-yard line. So there we are. I've done quite a few games. I've not seen a ton start with onside kicks. I've seen a few over my days, but not a ton. And
special teams tackler with number 26.
And Lewisburg has a matchup that they are on the road at Smith. You see, you can hear it there in the background, but Smithville taking on Smithville, Missouri tonight. They found that out yesterday. Toss sweep near side. Giovanni Blackie on the first play from scrimmage. Breaks off one would-be tackler. Not going to break the other. And a good tackle in there by number 7, Ethan Walker, for the Pirates. It'll be a gain of a couple, maybe 3 yards on this one for Giovanni Blackie.
Ethan Walker. Second down, 7 from the 39.
And 3-yard pickup. Carr going to split tight to the far side, just a little bit tight to the line of scrimmage, and a rare mistake up front for the Paola Panthers. I am not sure how many times they've jumped off sides, very few, and certainly that guy, Carter Stanchfield, jumping off sides. That's a pretty unique mistake from Paola. You just don't see a ton from those guys. Pitcher the wing to the near side, Blackie the wing to the far side. Again, Carr is in the slot, essentially, and then Bo Robinson had himself a ball game last week. He was a homecoming king and caught a touchdown as well. Turn, handoff right up the middle, a quick hitter to Audie, and Audie's going to power through. He'll get more than a few of the penalty yards up. It'll be a gain of about 7 on the run by Audie, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 here for Paola, trying to get that first down of the ball game. Audie the only guy in the backfield. Williams will settle in the center, gives the hard count. They've drawn a ton of people off sides that way all season long, and he tries it there, don't get it. I'm sure that's something that opponents are starting to talk about. That front four for Paola, or for Piper, pretty good. Good size up front. Handoff Audie on the other side. And you want to watch a matchup, and I caught watching it, and it was awesome. And I've said this every week, it seems like, but Demarius Bassett going against, oddly enough, Lance Bassett, 45 for them on that far side. That play, what's good about watching this is you can go back and rewatch it. He just flat-backed that dude, and he is a man. That Lance Bassett, number 45, he's the near side D end over on this side now. They'll flip-flop their D line. They do get the first down on the run. And it's up to the 46-yard line. Turn, handoff. Again, Audie. And again, he'll pick up a couple yards, maybe 3. On the fullback dive. I saw number 45 for them, Lance Bassett, warming up. And I was like, good night. Look at that guy, 6'5", 250 is what they've got him at. He was playing in the slot on a few plays offensively. I can't wait to see that. But right now, Paola driving. 2nd down and 7. Turn, handoff. This time it's Blackie, and he'll have a few fall forward for a couple rough spots. They were a yard short on that spot, both of them. I mean, that's 2 against 1, I guess, but I thought he fell forward. They hustled the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 3. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. Toss sweep near side. Audie trying to catch a block. He's going to be close to a first down. We'll see the spot. It'll be close. I think he's going to have enough. They are going to give it to him as they'll move it as the ball goes just across that 44-yard line. And it's a 5-yard run by Giovanni Blackie, and just chugging it right down the field here on this opening drive for the Panthers. They started their own 36-yard line, nearly gave it up on the very first play, an onside kick, and now they're driving. This will be the 7th play of this drive. Williams will settle under center, sends Blackie in motion. Quick hitter right up the middle again to Audie. Audie running behind Brackner, and he's going to pick up 5 on first down. And it has been just, again, back and forth. It's been Blackie, Audie, Blackie, Audie. I mean, that's how this is going right now. They're just handing it to the guys in the backfield. And always got to be alive, because you never know, you might find Pitzer in that seam right up the middle. They have loved that play. Set it up with a run and then hit it over the top. Williams under center. He'll keep it himself, try a little counter, stuck it in there, broke one tackle. He is out on the edge. He's got to catch it, try to out one guy. He cannot. And he's going to be close to a first down. He should have the first down, but, boy, a touchdown-saving grab tackle by Malachi Kinnan. 5'10", 165 senior. Dude's got some scoots. It is a run of 5 yards for Garrett Williams and a first down up to the 34-yard line. First down and 10 for the Panthers on a drive that is 4 minutes long now. Williams under center. Going to pass. Over the top. He's got Robinson. He's got the catch. Robinson, if that's put where it needs to be out in front, Robinson's walking in the end zone. Still a very good pitch and catch of about 22 yards on the pass to Robinson. And when this Paola team gets clicking offensively, when they can run it up the middle on the dive, they can catch the edge with Blackie coming out of that wing spot, and then they can find Robinson or Pitzer in the passing game, good luck. There's not much you can do as a defense. Robinson will be split to the near side, Carr to the far side. Williams under center. Blackie will move. He'll run it this way. Going to keep it all the way. Williams cuts inside one block. Looking for the goal line. Is he in? Yes, touchdown. Garrett Williams, an 11-yard touchdown run by Williams. Here's what we need to do. We'll fix it in the break. Caught that corner inside our little press box here. It's just one spot we have a hard time getting the camera to see. And it was a good one, though. A good run by Williams of 11 yards and a touchdown. 10th play of the drive, capped it off there, and now they'll point the point after. Kicks up on the way. Hyde has been really good. I think he's only missed 2 on the year, and he knocks that one through. 7-0, 7:04 to play in the first quarter. Paola on top. They strike first on the opening drive. We'll talk about it next when we return on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Paola Panthers go 10 plays, 64 yards. Capped off on an 11-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams. Point after attempt was good. And now Audie going to kick it away. He's done really good in the kicking game here of late. He's had a couple go into the end zone. This one's going to be out of bounds, though. Boy, talk about a... My wife won't let me say nice things about people or good things. Like, hey, I feel better today, because immediately it's somebody gets sick. Apparently I'm some kind of jinx. If I had some powers like that, I would use them for good, I promise. I've tried to convince her that it's not me, but it's coincidentally starting to become more and more, and I just did it. I was talking about how good Fletcher Audie has been in the kicking game. He kicked it out of bounds. I think he was trying to kick it short. I think they were trying to keep it away from somebody, and it's going to be a very good field position for the Piper. As they will start at their own 38-yard line. There was 7:04 to play in this opening quarter. It was a heavy dose there for a while of Giovanni Blackie and Fletcher Audie, and then a 5-yard run by Williams, a big pickup on a 22-yard pitch and catch to Robinson, and then one play later. Here's a quarterback keeper, dive up the middle. Brackner will get his first tackle on the game, as it's a straight just quarterback draw for Corey Macon. 6'2", 205, a senior. And he'll be the starting quarterback here. Picks up 3 yards. Good play. Brackner on the year, leading tackler, 33 tackles now on the season, including 6 tackles for loss. Roman right there in the middle of your screen, standing right on that, in the mouth of that Panther. Macon, about 4 yards deep in that pistol. He'll spot it, left-hander, throws it out there for the speedster, and he is closed in a hurry. Audie was there. The first guy there was Jack Earlywine, and it's going to be a loss on the play of a couple on the pass for 15, and they lose 2. That is Malachi Kinnon. We talked about him in the defensive side making a big play on a tackle. Didn't matter ultimately, but now it's a 3rd and long here for. This is what I want. Look at the screen. That's what I want. 3rd down and 8. Straight drop for Macon. Looks, lets it fly, throws it. Boy, he had his guy. It was going to be enough for a first down and even, and it was incomplete, intended for Kennan. He was right in front of Garrett Williams, and that needs to be caught if you're Kennan, because that was a pretty good ball. Again, the southpaw in Macon putting it out there. And it will bring up a punt. They'll kick it away. Logan Laddish punting. Going to be fielded. Oh, and it's going to be a free ball. This is going to be Piper football. It hit Sloan. I think the coaches wanted him to fair catch it, and there's a break for the Piper Pirates. Fumbled by Sloan for Paola. Ryan, 6 foot, 160-pound senior, rare mistake by him. And now it will be Piper back with the football, and they're going to have it deep inside territory at the Paola 22-yard line. And this is a big momentum swing opportunity for the Pirates. Here's all at first down and 10 from the 22. 2 wide receivers near side. Kennan in that slot spot. Macon, he's going to run it right side. Quarterback keeper, he is stroked about the line of scrimmage. He'll be lucky to get a yard. As Carter Stanchfield coming down the line of scrimmage. Jake Carr, the D end on that play side. And
second down and 9.
It'll be just a gain of 1 yard on the quarterback keeper. And it'll bring up a second down and 9. Again, 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the far side. The wingback to that far side is Bassett, and making the, and now it's going to be a false start against Piper.
On the field.
And a mistake by them will back them up 5 yards. If you get down here, there are all season long in 5 games so far. There have been very few teams who've even had opportunities inside the red zone. This would be more of an orange zone here, but a couple more yards I'll get in the red zone. You can't squander it. You're not going to get a lot of opportunities against this Paola team. 2 wide receivers far side, 2 to the near side. 1 man in the backfield with Macon. Straight drop. Lets it fly. He's got his man over the middle, and I think he was going for Kennan. It was going to be a screen pass, and he kind of got mixed up with all the linemen as well, and so it falls incomplete. I can see where that big offensive line, if you can get Kennan in behind that line on a screen, I can see where that could be pretty dangerous. He's got some scoots. And now Lance Bassett, number 45, is going to come out. That's what I was talking about watching him warm up earlier. 6'5", 250 out here in the slot. Brock Pitzer, or Fletcher Audie. Match up with him over there. They'll throw it. They've got some speed. Good job, kid. Good job. That was intended for 88 Isaiah Coppage, 6'1", 175. Between number 88 and number 15 for them, Kennan and Coppage, they've got some speed that can really test this Paola team. And now it's 4th down, though, on back-to-back incomplete passes. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 14.
The incompletion, it's 4th down.
See what Macon has in store. They're going to go for it, obviously. He's going to try to scramble. Now he is going nowhere. Buried once again. That's Jake Carr leading the charge for the Panthers. Rackner coming down as well, and they'll turn him over on downs. And it'll be a turnover on downs, so they miss out on that opportunity. Here with 4:19 to go in this first quarter. So Paola's going to get it back at their own 34-yard line. Here with 4:19 to play in this opening quarter, up 7-0. See how they want to come out and play this one. Williams will be under center. He'll send Blackie in motion. He'll give it to him coming near side. See who they got blocked, kind of find that, and it'll be cleared out. We've said his name a few times. And again, he probably comes up just when he needed to, was Kennan for them, but a good run for Giovanni Blackie, a gain of 4 on the yard, on the carry. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Gain of 4 on the first down run play. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line.
Fullback will be Audie. The tailback will be Blackie. This is more of conventional with one tight end and then one split. There's more of an overload. 2 tight ends to the near side. It's 4 guys over here. They'll run it opposite, though, and that's where you got numbers. Blackie in the open field. He's got the first down and more. Across midfield, up near the 46-yard line. It's a 16-yard run by Giovanni Blackie on 2nd and 6. And it will be inside Piper territory up to the 46-yard line. We talked with Coach about Giovanni Blackie. If you listen to our pregame interview, and he's just scratching the surface on what his abilities are going to be. I mean, he is having himself a pretty good year here in his junior season. He's got 745 yards coming into this ball game, and he was going to be lucky to fight back. He'll get a yard there. And that little play right there, that's just effort because he didn't have much there. The chance that he got back and he actually gained a half a yard is a big deal, but on 61 carries, he's got 745 yards coming into the ball game, 9 touchdowns. He's averaging 12.2 yards per carry. That's pretty good average. And, again, he is just kind of getting it figured out as a varsity player and certainly has the physical traits at 5'9", 190. I called a lot of games in the MIAA. That's the kind of running back that they put in the MIAA. Guys with that size. Rolling out, Williams looking. Not much there. He's just going to live to play another down. Everything was flooding to the near side. He had Carr out in the pattern and Robinson out in the pattern and Pitzer out there. And nobody got open. Good coverage downfield for the Piper Pirates. It'll be a gain of 1 on the carry. And they'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 here for Paola. Big 3rd down for them. Taking plenty of time here is approaching the 2-minute mark of this first quarter. Williams under center. Pass. Double move. Throws it up for Robinson. Can he go get it? Just falls out of his hands. It's a nice little play. A good route on the far side by Robinson. And put in a pretty good spot by Garrett Williams. Just a little outside, but, boy, you can't ask for much more from those 2 guys, and just falls incomplete. And it will be a punting opportunity here for the Panthers. And Kennan, is that speedster, is going to be back to return it. Garrett Williams is the punter. Snap it back to him. He's going to kick one low, try to keep it out of the hands of Kennan. He'll go ahead and grab it. Don't let him get in the open field. And he'll get up to the 25-yard line. I'm laughing because I can hear coaches in the booth next to us. I'm praying that you can't. But you might, if you can, if I can, you might be able to. But they can tell as soon as that ball got in the hand of Kennan, they're like, oh, no, we don't want him to be touching the ball. They do a nice job covering it, though, through the Panthers. And Piper going to get it back with an opportunity here. They will have it their own 25-yard line. Near 2:10 to go in the opening quarter. I think if you're on the road, you're Piper, and you can go into the first quarter only down by 7. The first quarter of games is where Paola's been burying teams, demoralizing them in the first quarter. Now you just want to hold on to the ball, don't give it back to them. Go into that second quarter only down by a score. Bacon going to try to do it. He'll turn, keep it himself. Good zone read that time and a good pull. His running back in there is Darius McNeil. And Macon going to carry it forward for a couple. They just close so quickly. Brackner coming in that from that linebacker spot. And right now, obviously, both these teams don't have a real deep. No, look at Jaquan Rogers was there, couldn't quite get a hold of McNeil. And eventually he's brought down by Bassett and Brackner. Some other guys on that front D-line, Carter Stanchfield. It'll be a gain of about 3 on the play. On the run by McNeil, his first carry of the ball game. And it brings up a 3rd down and 5. Minute 23 to play in this opening quarter. Straight quarterback keep on the far side, trying to find his hole. Can he? He does. He's going to have the first down across the 35, up near the 37-yard line. He falls down about the 38, and that's a good run for them. A gain of about 8 yards on a 3rd and 5. And it will bring up a first down for Piper. Maybe their first down of the ball game. Here is Bacon. He wanted to hand it to McNeil. He didn't, and now he'll carry it himself. You can tell he's an athlete. He's got a little bit of speed as well when he gets out there, gets kind of running a little bit. Long body, 6'2", 180. And he will gain 2 on the play.
2nd down and 8 now from the 40.
Inside the 40-second mark now here of this first quarter. Macon, again, this time he's going to pass, turns, he's got somebody right in his face. There was Audie, and he's lucky to get it out of his hands. They're going to say he was out of the pocket enough to throw that one down the field, and they're going to say it was just incomplete. But Fletcher Audie was on him in a hurry. He kind of turned. He was left-handed, but I think he was trying to throw back to his right. Maybe a screen pass on that far side, and ends up being incomplete. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. Bassett will be the H-back just to the left and a little bit in front. Now straight drop, again looking to pass. Now flushed, now in trouble. Now just trying to keep it alive. He'll flip it back to McNeil. McNeil's going to try to bounce outside. He is going the wrong direction. Still fighting, though, and eventually brought down. Garrett Williams, I believe, had to come up there and get in the mix on that one from that safety spot when they flinched it to McNeil. And after all that, no gain. Maybe a loss of a yard. On my stat sheet, I write down run 24, -1. There's no way that can describe that whole interaction because that is not what it was supposed to be, but it will be a punting situation here as we go into the second quarter of play. At the end of 1, the Panthers are on top by 1, and they're getting the ball back when we return on Paola Sports Live.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Back out here to Paola High School, B.J. Harris, Corinne Harris, as we are headed to the second quarter of this one. Paola up 7-0. Paola scored on their first drive of the ball game, went 10 plays, 64 yards, capped off an 11-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams. They had to punt on their next drive. Then they're turning them over on downs, turn Piper over on downs. Now a punting situation here for the Piper Pirates. Sloan trying to redeem himself. He fumbled the last one. That one's going to be short. He'll have a chance just to get away from that one, and it'll basically go straight towards the Paola sidelines, and that's where the Panthers will take over this drive as they will have it 1st and 10. 25-yard punt. Paola will start at their own 31-yard line, 36-yard line, rather. Here's 11:49 to go in the first half. They want another one of those nice, long, sustaining drives. Box everything in tight. Toss sweep near side. The short side with all the bodies over here. Fletcher Audie's got a head of steam. He's across the 45, and Demarius Bassett slaps the ground. He knows if he picks his guy up, now it would be his second guy in that play. He had climbed to the next level. That may have been even a bigger play. Instead, it's just a 9-yard run. Still very good for Paola, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 1. This is perfect opportunity to take a shot down the field. You're at the 45, 2nd and 1. Robinson's going to be split on that far side, matched up with Devontae Herring-Britton. Williams will be under center, that same formation. Straight drop. There it is. He's going to throw it up. He wants Robinson again. Robinson got to fight for it. Could not get past the defender. They do not throw the flag. It was kind of equal opportunity. Another very good ball thrown by Garrett Williams. One that was up for the wide receiver, but not really going to be catchable by the defender. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1, but called that one.
3rd and short. About 1 from the 45-yard line.
Kind of a 4-3 look here from the Piper Pirates, and now the officials stop play. Stop the clock with 11:09. Clock was already stopped, actually. And now they'll let it rip. Robinson will be split out on the far side, that same formation. Williams under center. Turn. Williams going to keep it himself. He'll fight, lucky to get the 1st down. He's going to be real close, but I think he's got it. As now the official wants to stop the clock to see where his mark is. I think Paola goes for it regardless, but that ball's touching the 46, and it's a 1st down, and it is. Enough for a 1st down. And that'll move the chains. That almost got tenuous there for a second. So 1st down and 10 from the 46-yard line here for the Paola Panthers. Carr split out to the near side. Blackie goes in motion, handoff inside for Audie, and he barrels forward for a nice gain on 1st down, a gain of about 6 yards for Fletcher Audie. And that's the other thing. If you're watching this Paola team, you're a defensive coach, you're like, what do I do? Do I guard the dive? Is that the thing I take away first? Or outside run, do I take that away first? And then when the passing game gets going, it's tough. 2 wings, Pitzer and Blackie. Audie the fullback. Carr split near side. Robinson the other side. Quick hitter right up the middle for Audie. He's got the 1st down and a little bit more. He needed 4. He got 6 on 2nd down. And Audie, the other thing is he's like he's shot out of a cannon. I mean, he is huge on the bottom half of his body, big, thick legs, powerful dude, and he can just gets to the hole in a hurry. Coach says he makes, he tells him just kind of you're running on blind faith. That first hole, you're hoping your offensive linemen are making. Otherwise, you're going to hit a wall. And if you hit a hole running that fast, it's going to hurt. But if you hit a hole and there's nobody there, it's a 10-yard run instead of a 3-yard run because you got to be coming at that speed. Watch him right now. They'll go the opposite way. Quarterback keeper for Williams. He cuts back inside against the blocker and out of bounds around the 25-yard line. A good gain there of 18 yards on the run by Garrett Williams up to the 25, maybe 19 yards on the run.
Number 15 for the Pirates.
And it will be a 19-yard pickup up inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. And it will move the chains here for 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. Quarterback keeper again, student body left. And he'll step in now. He's going to be hit pretty late, just not quite late enough to earn a flag. And it'll be still a good gain, though, for Williams. This drive started with 11:49, 2 minutes into it. And a gain of 8 yards on the run by Williams will bring up a 2nd down and 2 at about the 15-yard line. Just short 16-yard line. Robinson, the lone wide receiver to the far side. Carr split out to the near side. 2nd down and 2. Quick hitter to Audie. He's got the 1st down across the 10. It's a gain of about 7 yards, maybe more on that one as he gets it down around the 9-yard line. And another quick hitter there. And it will bring up a 1st down and goal now for the Panthers. Penalty flag is sitting out there, just noticing. Wondering what all the hubbub was about. Get the call from the white hat. Personal foul against Piper. So that'll move them half the distance from about the 8 or 7 was where they were going to be. And that'll move them up inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. More than that. At the 4. This will be the 9th play of this drive. Their last drive they scored on was an 10-play drive. This will be the 9th play of this one. Williams under center. Quick hitter again to Audie. Fletcher back forward. And a penalty flag comes in at the touchdown. I think they're going to call him just short. A gain of about 3 yards on the run by Audie, but then a penalty comes in after that, and that's in the vicinity of a hold. And it came out from that back judge, most likely is a hold against Paola. We will wait and see. And block in the back. Still a penalty against the Panthers, and from first in goal at the 4, now it'll be first in goal all the way back to the 14. So it's at the 13.
From the 13-yard line.
And so they'll just have to do it from a little further away. Carr to the far side, Robinson to the near side now. Williams will flip Pitzer. He's going to be quarterback keeper all the way. Garrett behind his blocker. Audie, he'll be out of bounds. He'll maybe cut that in half. He's inside the 9. It's about a 6-yard run. Maybe 5-yard run there for Garrett Williams. Again, they're just taking their time, not in a big hurry. Play clock's at 16, so still plenty of time there. The clock's not running because he went out of bounds, so that's not really the why, but they're just not in a rush right now. We've seen them at times when they get down here to go in a hurry-up mode. Turn handoff again, Audie. This time he kind of stutter steps in the hole, gets ripped down pretty quickly. Big fella up front for them, number 78, Cameron Rogers. 6 foot 260.
Third down goal, 5-yard line.
Williams is going to settle under center. Wide receivers each side. He'll keep himself and go opposite of the ball into the end zone. Touchdown, Garrett Williams. And so Garrett Williams' his second touchdown of the ball game. This one about a 6-yard run. A 9-yard touchdown run, actually, as I kind of went back and thought about it. And now Hyde to kick the point after. Kicks up, and it is no good. Rare miss there from Hyde, and 8:36 to go in the first half. Panthers lead at 13-10. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Nothing. Your score here in Paola as the Panthers lead it here with 8:36 to play. That was a 11-play drive. Another 64-yard drive as that one started throwing 36. That's both scoring drives have started there. Took more than 3 minutes off the clock. 3:13 to be exact. And the point after attempt was no good, so it will stay. Second run of the ball game, touchdown run by Garrett Williams, and that's where they get him. You got to cover up Blackie. You got to be ready for him. You got to be ready for Audie. Now they'll field it near side. Will Piper, and he'll be knocked out of bounds across the 45. Good field position for them on the return by number 21, Brandon Ahart.
Back number 21,
and
Brandon Ahart with the return.
It will be
up across the 45.
Pirate football at the 46-yard line. is where they will start this drive here with 8:29 to play. Well, if you're Piper, you probably feel okay. I mean, Panthers have taken some long methodical drives that have taken some time off the clock. You probably feel okay, not great, being down 13 points. But if you can punch one in right here before halftime, it'll make you feel a heck of a lot better about being on the road, short-handed a little bit. And they'll come out with 2 wide receivers near side, 2 to the far side. McNeil in the backfield just behind a new quarterback. They'll flip it out for the speedster Kennan. He's going to have to dive to catch one, actually lose a yard. New quarterback in is Logan Laddish, 6'2", 180, is sophomore. I don't think Macon was doing a bad job at quarterback. I just think they want somebody maybe different throwing the ball. And it'll be negative yards on his first pass to Kennan. And they'll bring up a 2nd down and 11. Same formation. Laddish in at quarterback. He'll turn. Handoff. McNeil. Buried. Maybe a yard as he got a whole bunch of Carter Stanchfield. Carter just holding. That's a play that most people, 99% of the people watching, probably aren't going to see, and you'd have to go back and rewatch it because it's kind of in the middle of all that stuff. But he held his block. He was being actively blocked, and just as that running back came, he got off the block and made the play. It was a really nice play by Carter Stanchfield. It's a gain of 1 on the run by McNeil. Now they'll do it again. There's Jake Carr, Stanchfield, Brackner. Even Garrett Williams coming down from that safety spot to get in on the mix. We talked with Coach about that front 4. Rogers, Carr, Stanchfield, and Bassett. And talked with Coach about those guys. And, boy, tough to find a front 4 better than that right now in 4A football. I would be surprised if I see one. Punting situation here for the Pirates. Good punt. Williams back to receive instead of Sloan. It'll take a good Pirate roll inside the 10-yard line, and that's where Paola will take over. There was 6:45 to play in the first half. They want a 6-minute, 45-second drive, and they'll have plenty of field to work with. This is going to be a 90-plus yard drive if they can get it to go in. Start at their own 9-yard line. Paola going to start first down and 10 from their own 9-yard line. Turn handoff, Audie. Not much there. Good play defensively for the Pirates up front.
Quick hitter goes number 25, Fletcher Audie.
I think coming down there was McNeil making that play for them. Darius McNeil, the 5'10", 185-pound senior, coming down from the linebacker spot to make that play. It's just 1 yard on the run by Fletcher Audie. It'll just get it up to the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 9. Audie the only guy in the backfield. Blackie a wing, Pitzer a wing. He'll send Blackie in motion. Fake the toss to him, roll out, looking. He's got Pitzer in the flat. He's going to be stroked. Good open field tackle there for Piper. Ethan Walker, 5'10", 170, a junior, coming up and stroking Pitzer, and Pitzer still makes a good catch and picks up a couple. Maybe 2 yards on the play to make a 3rd down and long 6 or short 7.
3rd down 6 from the Paola 13.
We'll call it 6. So call that catch a 3-yarder by Pitzer. Big 3rd down. Toss sweep near side. Pretty conservative play call. Blackie trying to make something happen. He's going to be up near the 15. It's going to be not even close to a 1st down. Be a run of a couple yards on the play.
Near the 15, but well short of the line to gain.
And it'll bring up a 4th down and 4. They're going to punt it from the goal line. You can see where Piper, boy, if they were full strength, how dangerous they could be. And I'm sure that Garrett Williams, the instructions for him is kick it away from 15. And he's going to kick it, and 15 not going to get a really good chance at it. He'll touch it. Now he'll pick it up. Now he's on his ground. Now he just has to fall on it. Boy, they get a break there. Do the Panthers, as that was maybe going to be setting up to be a pretty good run if he's able to field that one cleanly. Bo Robinson's down there to knock him down, and it'll be a punt by the Panthers, though, as Piper holds serve. Not very long into that drive. There's a couple quick ones. And so now Piper with another opportunity here to try to put one in before halftime, make things interesting. And if you're Paola, you wanted to score right there. Jaquan Rogers is over here getting some tape on a left ankle. See if that's a factor in this ball game. But if you're Paola, you don't want things to get tight because then you kind of get tight. And right now they've been playing pretty free these last few ball games, getting good leads, just kind of be able to play and have fun. But the longer this game goes, the closer it stays, the tighter that you can get. Same quarterback, Laddish, in there at quarterback. Turn, ball's loose. He falls on top of it. Lucky to do so. As
recovered by Piper, number 3.
It will be
with the recovery.
No gain on the play. I guess officially be a run by him. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Laddish rolling, looking. He's got some time. He's going to tuck it and run. Across the 40, 45. He's got the first down up near midfield, escorted out of bounds eventually by Brock Pitzer. But it's a run of 11 yards on the play by the quarterback. And it'll bring up to the 48-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Piper. They have not had a ton of first downs in this first half, but they get one there. And a run off the left side, new running back in as well. McNeil's not in there. Anthony Ferguson makes that one.
Number 26, Anthony Ferguson, struck down. Tackle once again by 53.
And it will be a gain of just a couple on the run by Ferguson. Bring up a 2nd down and 8. He's right at the 50-yard line. Knows that football sitting right on that midline stripe. And at the H-back is Bassett. 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Straight drop. Look, plenty of time. Lets it fly. It's a pretty nice ball. Hangs in the air. Tons of contact. That flag's probably going to have to come out there. It does. And part of that was the wide receiver was coming back towards the ball, even though he really didn't need to. That ball had plenty of length. I think he started fighting his way back towards the ball and ran right through the defender, and that's going to be a nice penalty for the Pirates. Pirates probably need to realize they're not going to get to go that far down the field. It's not a spot foul. It's not the NFL. It's just going to be up to about the 35, maybe yard line when they probably mark it down. That's where they'll move to. It's a 15-yarder from the line of scrimmage.
15-yard penalty.
And so pass interference
1st down and 10 for Piper from the Paola 35.
is a big one, as they got 15 yards on that one. 1st down and 10 from the 35. There's plenty of time on that pass as well. He's going to do it again. Now a little happy feet back there. Jake Carr's giving some chase. Jake's faster than he thought. He brings him down. Boy, I think he thought, I'm going to outrun this DN. Nope. Not Jake Carr. He tracked down the sophomore in a hurry. Sophomore's a little bit hurt as Laddish gets up late. It's a huge loss on the sack by Carr, as it's a loss of 11 yards. And it will be a 2nd down and 21 now for Piper. I mean, he closed in a hurry. I think you're going to shake Carr. Nope. Now Laddish will have to get right back on the horse. Straight drop again, looking. They've buried everybody, no pressure. Lets it fly, throws a heck of a ball down the field. It goes in the face right of the receiver. It couldn't hit him any better. Number 10's not on our roster, but it hit him literally right in the face.
And
I think it just got on him faster. I'm telling you what, Laddish throws a gorgeous ball. That was a 50-yarder in the air, right on the money. I mean, literally right on the button, right where you want to throw it to catch it, right over the top of the defender, and he hit him right in the face. Number 10, again, is not on my roster. I think he's thankful for that, perhaps. But now it's 3rd down and 21. It's 5 seconds on the play clock. Probably a timeout here would be a good use of one, Coach. They'll get it just in time. Now they're going to run the reverse off far side for Kennan. Kennan's got to try to find the edge. Speedster. Does he? He does. Cuts back against the grain. Still on his feet. He's got the first down up on there across the 25. Nice little play call. It's a gain of 22 on the run by Kennan. And it's going to move the chains. That was a nice play on a reverse. And to get the speed out there, he didn't catch the edge initially. And then when he caught the edge, he cut back against and made a couple guys miss and just got enough for the first down. Big play for the Pirates. Straight drop for Laddish. Again, plenty of time. Throws it up. He wants his big receiver. He comes down. Does he make the catch? There's no official within 15 feet, 15 yards. There's literally no official even close to the play. Talk about out of position. And nobody making their way over there. 15 yards away at the closest, maybe 20 yards. Trying to catch that. There's no way they could have known whether that was a catch. It may have been. They called it a touchdown. And we saw him get targeted earlier. Isaiah Coppage. Coppage got targeted, didn't make a catch. Now he does. And I don't know where that was at the 20. Not sure how big a touchdown that was, how far it was. 24-yard touchdown. And so he goes up there and makes that one. Now they're going to go for 2. They'll barrel forward. I think it's going to be enough for a touchdown. The official right in the middle is looking at it. He's not, and the other one will give it. The near side one had a look at the ball. Backside official calls it good. I swear the near side one was shaking his head no on the 2-point conversion. And they'll call it good. So now we've got ourselves a ball game. The point after it was good. We'll catch your breath here. 2:27 to play in the first half. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Line.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
Well, Piper overcomes at one point a second down and 21 on that drive. They had a 22-yard run on a reverse on a 3rd and 21. Converted the very next play, a controversial 24-yard catch. It was a great catch, great throw. Don't devalue that at all. Whether they were in bounds over there on that far side, no one will really ever know. But they do call it, and so on the books it's called a touchdown, and that's what we'll do as well. 2-point conversion was good as well, questionable at the goal line. And just like that, it's 13-8. We got ourselves a ball game here approaching halftime in Paola. Watch that onside. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to that eventually. Kicking it right in the hole. Pitcher's going to field it at the 15-yard line. Near side return. And he'll get up to the 5. It's about an 11-yard return for Brock Pitzer. And Paola will start at their own 26-yard line here with 2:21 to play. It's plenty of time to run what you need to run if you are the Panthers, to try to get one in here for halftime because you need to. I think Piper will have the ball to start the second half as well, so we will see.
Panthers starting this drive, first down and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
And so 1st and 10 from the 26. Williams going to pass it, looking, wants it down the sidelines. Pitzer fighting for that one. It is a battle between Pitzer and Ethan Walker. Penalty flag is in the backfield. That's going to be roughing the quarterback most likely, I got to suspect. Back here. Get it on the white hat. Yeah, roughing the passer. This guy back here making the call. And you guys call a personal foul, so a break for the Panthers here with 2:16. It stops the clock on the incomplete pass, and then the penalty will give them a free 15, much more manageable than back at their own 26. It's going to move this thing up quite a ways. Up to the 41-yard line is where they'll mark it to start play. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Down and 10 from the Paola 41-yard line.
Wide receiver near side will be Robinson. Far side is Carr. Your DN's playing wide receiver. Under center will go Williams. He'll send Pitzer in motion. Turn, quick hitter up the middle for Audie. Big barreling forward, big 25. It's up near midfield. It's a gain of 9 on first down and 10. On the run by 25. I'm telling you, he's like he's shot out of a cannon. Like he's got a slingshot. They pulled it back all the way, and then they say hike, and he lets go of the slingshot, and there he goes. 2nd down and 1 now from midfield. Another chance to take a shot here if you are Paola. Straight drop. They'll do it. Down the sideline, trying for Robinson. He's got to fight for it. He makes a catch. Bo Robinson on the sidelines. What a beaut. Down to the 25-yard line. It's a 25-yard pitch and catch. Easy math as well. And finally, those guys hook up. And now they're knocking on the door here with 1:44 to go in the first half. 1st and 10 at the 25. Panthers quickly to the line of scrimmage. Turn. Quarterback keeper, Williams, to the near side. He'll just waltz out of bounds. It's good to get out of bounds. He's going to pick up an easy 5, never get touched. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Clock stops with 1:40 to play in the first half. The roughing the passer certainly helped.
2nd down, 5.
Quan Rogers is on crutches over here on the far near sideline, so that's not good for the defense. Big fella. So now they'll take their time, look to the wristbands. Everybody to the near side, overload to this left side as well. They'll run it that way with Javani Blackie, trying to pick his way through. He's going to be up near a 1st down, close to the 15-yard line. I think it's going to be a 5-yard pickup. And he'll move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 14. Clock will continue to run, however, once they set the chains. They'll wind it. Paola quickly to the line of scrimmage. Turn, handoff again. This is Audie. Good cut in the backfield for the big guy. Still on the ground. He goes up near the 5-yard line. Hand on the dirt. Working that old bear crawl draw with the one hand. They practiced that as running backs, and he put it to work there on an 8-yard, maybe 9-yard pickup, and a timeout going to be taken by the Panthers. Timeout gives us a good chance to talk about the Paola Chamber of Commerce and our Chamber Connection. Paola Chamber is always working to promote businesses in Paola and the surrounding area. The Paola Chamber reminds you to shop local first. To learn more, call 913-294-4336 or visit paolachamber.org. The words Christmas gifts came out of my wife's mouth first time this year, October 9th. So just beware, guys, it's coming. And if it does, be sure to shop local first. Great square. This is one of the great. I've been in every town of this size or comparable in the state of Kansas. Like very few towns I've not been in, like Paola. And this is one of the great downtowns in the state of Kansas. I love it. That square is gorgeous. The business is down there, and the chamber just on the north side of that square. And boy, I appreciate their support in getting this thing started here in Paola. And of course, don't forget Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Panthers trying to punch one in here before halftime, 1:15 to play. Opportunity for a field goal is likely already there, but certainly don't want to settle for that. It's going to be 2nd and 10, or 2nd and 2 rather, from the 6-yard line. After the timeout to stop the clock. And honestly, I think Paola may have been able to hustle the line of scrimmage and just keep doing what they were doing. Quick hitters to Audie. That last play, that last run by Fletcher Audie was a beaut. And picks up, give him 8 yards on that one. Halftime, we'll recap this first half. We'll try to find some halftime scores from around the area as well to update you with. Get you ready for second half action here in this one, which should be competitive. We've had some blowouts. We've had some close ones. More blowouts than close ones, and this one's turned out to be close. So 2nd down and 2 from the 6. Only guy in the backfield is Fletcher Audie. They'll turn. Hand off to him. He is just stroked. I mean, he is very, I think that's 7. We've seen him come up and break some heads. Ethan Walker. I remember that because I looked at 5'10", 170, not real big, but man, he brings it. And Fletcher got all of it. It is a 1st down, though, as he gained 3 on the play. Yep, 1st and goal from the 3. 8th play of this drive. Turn, handoff, feed the beast. Barreling forward, he's going to be short of the goal line, maybe get a yard, maybe 2. And they'll have to stop the clock again with 51 seconds to play. We'll take it. We're back in 30. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Looking at the Paola Panthers, they're talking things over on this 2nd down and goal from about the 2-yard line. He may have given him a yard on that play for Audie. This will be the 9th play of this drive. In halftime, if there's a band performance, we'll show that as well. Again, limited crowd sizes, although good crowd on hand tonight. Everybody who can come is coming, I believe, showing up. And certainly appreciate all of those of you guys watching at home. Second down and goal from about the 2-yard line. Started at the Paola 26-yard line, but a roughing the passer play on the very first play gave them a big boost all the way up to the 41. Now here we go. Second down and goal. Williams under center. Flips Pitzer. Williams for his 3rd touchdown of the night. And Carter Stanchfield just buried a dude. I mean, putting 8 yards deep in the end zone on that pole. And Garrett Williams easily walks into that. You can give that touchdown to Garrett if you want. He doesn't need another one. He's already got 3 on the night. Give it to Carter Stanchfield. A 3-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams. We'll call it 2. And it's his 3rd score of the night for Garrett Williams with 47 seconds to play in the half. That was a big touchdown. They needed that one. They're going to go for 2. Throwing. He's got his man, Pitzer, on the 2-point conversion. And the 2-point is good to Brock Pitzer. And it will be 21-8 as we head to the break. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
$21-8, 9 plays, 74 yards. Capped off on a 2-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams for the Panthers. 2-point conversion on a completion to Brock Pitzer. Makes it 21-8 as Paola will kick it off here. Fletcher Audie going to kick it away for the Panthers. Panthers have scored on drives of 9 plays, 10 plays, and 11 plays. Pretty good. Not much there. Jack Earlywine, first guy there. Jack carrying the hammer. And across the 35 up near the 38-yard line is where Piper. We'll see how aggressive Piper wants to be. I think they've got some speed on the edge that they can maybe take advantage of, and they've seen that. They scored their last touchdown that way. And do you want to take a chance at one here with the ball at the 39-yard line, as that's where they'll start here with 43 seconds to play? I think you give yourself a chance. I think you run some plays. I don't think you get conservative, be thankful you're only down by 2 touchdowns, and go to the house. But we'll see. Watch where 88 and 15 are. 15 is the nearest receiver to the line on this near side, and 88's on the far side. looking all the way, single receiver over there, and he'll flip one out and just throw it. That's a pretty smart play. And now it's going to get a break. Piper's going to get a break as well as Isaac Myers, I think, is going to draw a penalty for Paola. Coaches don't like it on the near side. And I don't believe it's going to be a pass interference. It could be holding on the defense. They call that out. You don't see that very often in high school, but smart play by the sophomore quarterback Laddish to throw that one out of bounds when he was over there. He was going to lose yardage if he ran out of bounds. Instead, he threw it. We'll see what the official call is. And it is going to be holding against the defense, so it's going to be holding on that far side, I think, against Isaac Myers. That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot, so that'll go all the way up to the 49-yard line. And so that'll give them a chance. Now they will run it over there. Coppage is the wide receiver to the far side. He was a lone guy over there. Now they've got guys in the backfield to help block. Laddish, plenty of time. Now he'll be brought down and buried there by Brackner. And Brackner helps him up off the ground. It's going to be a loss of 2 on what would be an official sack. And so they don't get in a real big hurry. They lost 2. Now they will finally call a timeout. Will Piper.
Timeout on the field.
And so we'll keep it right here. 21-8 your score, 20 seconds to play in the first half. Busy week next week as look at our fall schedule. We're right there at the top of that second column right now. Volleyball on Tuesday as we take on Spring Hill. At Spring Hill, we'll have that match for you. Then boys soccer on Thursday at Spring Hill. And then Friday on Saturday at Eudora. So 3 road games next week. We'll have all of them for you on Paola Sports Live. And then we start to find the end of the season. Just 2 more regular season ball games left, football games left, before we get that Week 9 matchup, find out who they're going to be playing, most likely at home as things continue. But looking forward to that 23rd, that rivalry matchup with Paola or Lewisburg coming in to play that one. Piper with the football here. 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Down by 2 scores. And they're going to spread it out all over the place. 2 wide receivers far side. They're going to Kennan and Coppage on that left side. Far side. Looking that way all the way is Laddish. Good coverage downfield. Myers. Ball coming. It's going to be out of bounds. Well out of bounds. Still a pretty good throw with somebody in his face. Brackner was in the face of Laddish. Garrett Williams is wanting something. He's asking for a pick route perhaps it was thrown or what, but it does fall incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd down with 12 seconds to play here in this first half. Was intended for Malachi Kennan. 3rd down and 13. Two wide receivers far side, one to the near side. Laddish a little more time this time, lets it fly for Coppage. Now a penalty flag is going to be in the backfield. 6 seconds. This first half taking forever to just get over with. And now we'll wait to see what the penalty flag was. It wasn't going to be near enough for a first down up to about the 47, but it will be a hold against Piper anyways, so it shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter on the play anyways. This drive started with a defensive holding. Now we'll see what they decide to do on what is likely the final play of this first half. They'll back them up from that spot as well, so they're going to be going a long way. And maybe in this instance you do just take a knee. All the way back to the 31. This drive started at the 39, so not quite the direction you want to be going. They need to get all the way to the 39 on the other side to get a first down. It's at the 31 now. Timeout apparently taken by Piper. Some halftime scores we'll recap for you. I'm watching on our other channel on Lewisburg Sports Live as they got a late change. Did Lewisburg had to make the trip to Smithville, Missouri. And right now they trail 14-0 to Smithville, does Lewisburg at the half. That was originally supposed to be Bonner at Lewisburg. Bonner gets put on quarantine, so They go find a game and they go play Smithville. I mentioned Tonganoxie. They'll play a Missouri team. Southern Boone, number 7 ranked team in Class 3 over in Missouri. I looked at the size of the towns, fairly comparable size. Ashland, Missouri, a little bit smaller than Tonganoxie, but not much. Both Smithville and Ashland, different parts of that area of Missouri, both lake towns. Turn, hand off up the middle, quick hitter, just trying to get something going. They get McNeil. McNeil's going to get a little bit, and that'll be the final play. It'll be a nice run for him all the way up to the 45, and so he'll get a nice stat one there as it's a gain of about 20 yards. 24 yards on the run by McNeil. That'll take us to the halftime break as we will come back and recap this first half, let you know how we got to where we are and how we're going to get to where we're going when we return. Right now, the Panthers lead at 21-8 at halftime over the Piper Pirates. We'll talk about it next here on the Halftime Show. You're watching Panther Football on Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to provide.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Back out here to Paola High School. BJ Harris along with you as we are at halftime of this one. The Paola Panthers right now and the Piper Pirates band making their way onto the field as we speak, as the Panthers are getting all they want from this Piper Pirates team right now. It's a little bit shorthanded. Heard Coach talk about that, and talking to some of their coaches beforehand as well, a little shorthanded. But Paola would take over at their own 36-yard line to get things started. The opening drive of this one, it started with an onside kick. It nearly went in favor of Piper, but Paola gets it back. They go 10 plays, 64 yards, capped off on a 11-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams. It would be the first of his 3 touchdowns. He's got all of them here for Paola in this one. 7:04 to play in the first quarter. It was 7-0. A fumbled punt by Ryan Sloan gave Piper a very short field. After they punted it away, Paola would not be able to make any work of that with the short field. They started at their Piper 22-yard line. Did Piper? They started at the Paola 22-yard line rather, but could end up turning it over on downs. A sack by Jake Carr, his first of 2 in the first half. Paola would have to punt. Piper would have to punt. Paola would get it back at their own 36-yard line. Garrett Williams, 9-yard touchdown run. Point after attempt was no good. It was an 11-play drive. Capped off on that run by Williams. And 8:36 to play in the first quarter. It was 13-0. Then we kind of had a bit of a lull. Punt by Piper, punt by the Panthers, and then Piper put together their best drive. Helped out by a big sack. They overcome a 2nd 21, a 3rd and 21, a 22-yard run by Hennon, and then a 24-yard pitch and catch from quarterback Laddish to the wide receiver Coppage. Made it 13-8. The very next drive, the Panthers drive down the field, and a 2-yard run by Garrett Williams, 47 seconds. Ended up running out time, did Piper, and it's 21-8 at halftime. That's a halftime recap. We'll turn it over to the band, let you hear a little bit of their performance, and have some halftime numbers coming for you in just a little bit right here on the halftime show on Paola Sports Live. Tis the season for some thriller. Nice way for that to be redone there by the Paola Panthers marching band. Take another quick break. We come back, take a look at halftime stats, get you some scores from around the area as well when we return on the halftime show on Paola Sports Live.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer? The Drug Facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the Drug Facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/Drug Facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Back out here at halftime. Players have yet to make it out on the field. They will be shortly here as we get ready to go in the second half. Right now, 21-0. Piper trailing, or Paola leading Piper rather, here at home. It is Piper's homecoming earlier tonight. The Piper Pirates awarded their homecoming king and queen here on the road. Pretty unique situation, certainly, and they have not played a home game all year long, nor will they, the Piper Pirates. And so trying to get one, though. It was close, 13-8 down the stretch as Paola punched one in late. Take a look at some of our halftime stats. First up, Garrett Williams, all 3 touchdowns for him, all on the ground. He's got 10 carries for 63 yards in those 3 touchdowns. Giovanni Blackie being held pretty quiet, actually. Guy who averages 12 yards per carry, only 4.8 yards per carry. Still pretty good average. 8 carries for 39 yards. And then Fletcher Audie, 14 carries. He's got the most, actually, 74 yards and no touchdowns. He's doing it the hard way, 5 yards per carry. Bo Robinson, 2 catches, 48 yards, including that 25-yarder late in the half. Brock Pitzer, 1 catch for 2 yards. I mentioned all 3 touchdowns were Garrett Williams. Him through the air is 3 of 5 for 50 yards, no scores. On the other side of things, passing-wise, Logan Laddish came in and threw the most. He was 3 of 5 for 23 yards in that touchdown. That was a 24-yarder, so he's got a negative yardage in passing. In fact, statistically, I think they're completely negative in the passing game right now. But on the ground right now as a team, Paola 160 yards rushing, 176 yards rushing, and Piper with just 78 yards rushing. Paola does have 4 penalties for 40 yards. That's pretty unique. That started with an offsides on offense, which we have not seen very much this season, but saw one there. Paola also the only one with a turnover, as the usually the Panthers are way plus in the takeaway game, but that punt that was fumbled by Sloan is the lone turnover of the ball game. That's we haven't seen much of this year. Usually Paola's got a turnover by this point in the ball game. On the rushing game, leading the way right now for them is Darius McNeil, and he had a big long one there at the end. He's got 5 carries for 26 yards, 23 on that last run before halftime. And so those are look at your halftime stats. Again, special thanks to Mr. Hermrich for sending those over to us. That is a luxury I have not had much in my career, certainly covering high school football. Area scores to pass along to you. I mentioned Lewisburg is at Smithville, Missouri, 14-0. That now the Wildcats trail in that one. Eudora and Ottawa, last update I saw was in the first quarter. Eudora leading 8-3. Again, Tonganoxie's game pushed back to tomorrow. You can watch that game at TonganoxieSportsLive.com. Tonganoxie will be hosting Southern Boone out of Ashland, Missouri. Right now, Southern Boone 4-1, Tongi 4-1. That should be a very good football game tomorrow. Spring Hill is idle, again canceled. They've been on quarantine. This will be the last game they miss, hopefully. Fort Scott 6, Chanute 0 at halftime. It's one of 4A interest in this half of the state. Bishop Miege and Wamego. Miege not putting away Wamego. 14-7. Miege's at Wamego right now, so the Red Raiders trying to bounce back. Red Raiders are shorthanded. Several players out after they played here last week. Lansing, the number 5 team in Class 4A against Pittsburgh. Right now, Lansing leads Pittsburgh 14-7. In that one, Baser, last score we saw, 22-20 over Atchison. Mill Valley, 24-7 over Latham West. Perry LeCompton drubbing Osawatomie. The neighbors to the south not doing so well tonight. Perry, a pretty good football team, 51-0 in the third quarter of that one. We'll take a final timeout. We'll come back, get going in the second half next, right here on Paola Sports Live.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Second half forthcoming here in Paola as the Panthers will be on defense to get things started in this second half. Good thing they punched one in there before halftime. This thing will be even a little bit closer. Right now the Panthers in control, but not the kind of control that they normally have at this point in the ball game. We've had running clocks twice this season that started with the first play of the second half. So that is pretty unique. Don't get that very often, and we've had it twice this year. But that is not the case tonight. Coach mentioned Piper, how tough they could be, and he has been accurate in that. They have certainly got some athletes in some positions, and they hit hard. They're solid hitters, and here we go. Second half kickoff. Just like the first, brought to you by our friends at Hers Incorporated. Can be returned to that far side and spun down across the 40 up near the 43-yard line. Hers Incorporated is the area's Bobcat mower dealer. Kick off next year's mowing season with a great Bobcat mower, or take your mower in for a full tune-up. Working on all types of small engine, Hers also has you covered when it comes to hydraulic hoses and cylinder repair. To learn more, go to hersinc.net or call 913-247-3530. So Paola on defense to start things here in this second half. Piper saw some things they might want to do offensively in that first half that might work. But we'll see if the adjustments were equal on both sides of the ball. Guy started the game at quarterback in there in Macon, and he'll take the first snap right up the gut. And a good dive of 6 yards on first down. He'll do it again. This time he's going to be hitting the background, stopped. He buzzed forward. He's got the first down. Brackner was there to make the play, just couldn't quite pull him down. And the strong body of Corey Macon, 6'2", 205. He's had back-to-back runs. And they've already got it inside Panther territory up to the 45-yard line. First and 10 at the 45. He'll keep it again. This time stopped. Jake Carr got a hold of his bottom half, and then that D-line held up strong. Into play, getting some playing time 71, Dylan Miller, 5'9", 245-pound senior. I mentioned Daquan Rogers was out on crutches. He has got his shoulder pads off on the sideline. He will not return to this one. And Corey Macon with all the carries so far on this drive, the opening drive of the second half for the Piper Pirates. He'll roll, now looking, the left-hander pressure coming. Bassett drills him in the backfield. And lucky to get rid of that one. They'll help him up, will Jake Carr, but Macon questioning all the decisions in his life that led to that moment right now. And a little bit slow. I would be too. When he was opened up, he had just let it rip. I mean, worst possible position. Here comes Demarius Bassett hunting. Falls incomplete, though. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and 8. Flip it out. Good track by Garrett Williams to bring down the speedster Kennan. And it's just a gain of a couple, maybe 3 yards. And it'll bring up a 4th down. Definitely go for it if you're a Piper, I think, here. And it'll bring up that 3rd down. Straight drop, looking, now flushed. Can he get it out? He will throw it away, but it won't be a sack, but it was a lot of pressure. Jack Earlywine, also Brackner coming in there and making real slow to get up. He was lucky to get that one out of his hands. It would have been even worse, but it's a turnover on downs. The defense steps up when they need to. They gave up a little bit there on that play, on that drive rather, but got tough when they needed to turn them over on downs, and now Panthers with an opportunity here to try to put this game slightly out of reach, at least start to put some doubt solidly in the minds of the Pirates. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line here with 10:01 to play in this 3rd quarter. Toss sweep near side. Audie's led him in carries. He's got another big one. And nearly 10 yards. Would be a gain of about 9 on the run by Fletcher Audie. Mentioned there at halftime, Fletcher had 14 carries for 74 yards. And there's carry number 15 for 9 yards. Right up to midfield. 2nd down and 1. They'll flip everybody from left to right. Pitzer will go over there. Blackie will go over there. It's overload that right side. Do have a tight end near side and Carr. Second down and short. Williams, double move, but Robinson's going to be wide open. Down the field, he's going to go catch it over the top of the receiver. Down the sidelines, touchdown! 50-yard score on a double move by Bo Robinson from Garrett Williams. That was a nifty route on the second play of that drive, and it's 50 yards to the house. Their 2 connections have been great for adding because they've been from even markers, and that one a 50-yard pitch and catch from Garrett Williams to Bo Robinson. Those 2 hooked up last week, and they hook up again here. Make quick work of that one. Don't even take a full minute off the clock. Point after attempt forthcoming. Fletcher Audie going to kick the point after. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on its way, and it's good. And with 9:09 to go in the 3rd quarter, the Panthers strike first in the second half. They lead it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast, priced right, with plans starting at $34.95. No throttling, no tricks, more upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
How about 2 plays? 59 yards. Capped off on a 50-yard pitch and catch from Garrett Williams to Bo Robinson. Point after was good by Fletcher Audie. And with 9:09 to go here in this third quarter, Panthers have taken control of this one. That late score with 47 seconds left, and then the opening score here of their first time touching the ball in the second half. That's just a big difference. Piper was right within striking distance, and now a good kick by Audie all the way back to the 4-yard line. The return by Brandon Snell. Snell, center return up across the 25, and it's a return of about 27 yards. Or no, 22 yards on the return. And it will
number 17, Herrick Bridian. Excuse me, number 9, Dominique Herrick Bridian.
We got new PA announcer over there working. I think he's thrust his daughter into the act too. The things we do to our children. Make them work on a Friday night. It's good for you. Yeah, well. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 27. With 9:03 to go in the third quarter. Well, Piper wants to have a chance in this one. They're going to have to make some quick work here. They need to get to work and score on this drive to try to keep things within striking distance. Down by 20 here with about 9 minutes to go. Officials are discussing something with the far side. Not sure what it is. I think I know what it is. This is an observation, daughter. That bus has a light flashing on it over there. And now I saw a guy run over there. They're going to tell that bus driver to turn that light off. It's distracting. I didn't notice it until they stopped play. Who knows how long it's been going. That's so airplanes don't fly into the bus. What's it for? So they can pull people over on the highway. No? Okay, we'll figure it out someday. We'll talk to a bus driver. They'll tell us. They turn it off, and here we go. That light's back off, and now we're time to play. Macon still in at quarterback. Turn, trying to get Kennan going a little bit. I think they need to do more of that stuff right there. Get going side to side. Use some of their speed on the edge, and just give yourself a chance. It's just going to be tough for them to run between the tackles against this defense. And it's a run by Malachi Kennan, a nice one, a gain of about 6. And they'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 here for the Pirates. Snaps back. Let's go ahead and quarterback keeper on that zone read. Nice read, but again, if it closed quickly, he's going to be close to a 1st down. It's almost a gain of 4. They will give it to him.
Quarterback keeper.
On a quarterback keeper by Macon. Just across the 35 up to the 31, maybe 32-yard line. It'll move the chains. Two wide receivers near side, one to the far side. I'm torn on the quarterback decision because it looked like Laddish was giving them a little bit of a chance, a little bit of a spark. Now Macon back in. Now he's getting going, though, a little bit. Fake that end around again. Quarterback keeper by Macon. And he'll be stood up and brought down. First guy there was Brackner. And Isaac Brackner, by the end of a football game, that dude's played a game. I mean, you see him just walking, he's just like, whoop. I mean, he plays guard on offense and then middle linebacker on defense. That's old school football right there. There was years growing up, if you were the guard, you were probably your middle linebacker on a team. I mean, that's just a lot of times with the way it went. It hasn't been that way for a while, but Brackner is a throwback, and boy, he plays like it. Leading tackler coming into this ball game. He's probably added to that. End around here for Kennan. He's going to pick up a couple, and it will bring up a 3rd down here and manageable.
Number 15, Malachi, makes it to the 43-yard line.
And it will bring up a 3rd down and 4 here for the Pirates at the 43-yard line. 3rd down and 4. We'll see what they do here. This may be 4-down territory at this point, too. Down by 20 in the third quarter. Maybe you don't have to get it all right here. Make it a call for it. Turn, handoff, McNeely is stroked. Nowhere to go with it. Bunch of dudes up there. Audie, Brackner, Carr leading the charge. And he goes backwards on the carry by McNeil. Lost 2. Bring up 4th down and maybe a loss of 1, 4th down and 5. And they will punt it. Thought maybe they would go for it. Be a good chance to fake it if you can. Quarterback Logan Laddish is the punter. So keep that in mind. And where's 15 at? They're going to go ahead and kick it. Surprised. And that one's going to hit. That's going to take a nice Piper roll. I mean, a beauty of a roll all the way down to about the 12-yard line. And so a punt, but a good punt. And Paola's going to have pretty good field position, or not have very good field positions. They'll be back all the way to their 12-yard line, but I'm not sure if they care. They have the football and the lead, and we saw what they did with that. They were tied with Tonganoxie, about 9+ minutes to go in the game against Tongi, and held on to it for almost our whole entire 9 minutes, punched it in, took the lead, and that was it. Just a demoralizing drive. I think 16 plays maybe on that drive. Took over 9 minutes, or over 8 minutes, I mean. And, man, that was one way to do it. They'd like to do that again here, as they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 12. Two wide receivers far side. Send Blackie in motion. Haven't really got him going. Passing game. Throw it up for Robinson again. He's going to have to go fight for it. And that was a good battle over there on that far sideline. Good decision, I think, not to call the flag, throw the flag, and really good coverage there by number 4, Devontae Herring-Britton. And they'll bring up a 2nd down. Numbers of times that they've called a pass play on the 1st down, very few. I'm not a fan of it. I've always been pretty against that pass on 1st down, but you never know. And so it will bring up a 2nd down and 10. When you're getting an average in about 12 yards per carry, you can take those risks. He'll turn, hand off. Blackie, good cut across the 15 up near the 16, maybe 17-yard line. And it'll be a gain of about 5 by Giovanni Blackie. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 here for the Panthers.
Giovanni Blackie on the carry.
5:42 and counting, 3rd quarter.
6-yard gain.
Panthers have led throughout. It was tight late in the 1st half, and then Paola punched one in to have a 2-score lead going to the locker room. Made it 3 scores here a little bit ago to start the drive, to start this 3rd quarter. To punt on their 2nd drive. 3rd down and 5, a good one. They'll pass it. Quick one, out and incomplete. I think it skipped into the hands of Robinson. Just a pop and fire there in a 3 and out. Someday I'll do the work and go look at drives that start in college and high school. Pros is a different story. College and high school, drives that start with a pass, and then specifically incomplete pass, how often those end in punt? I bet it's well above 50%, probably 80% of the time. I swear. I'm not a big fan of it, but you know it happens. So incomplete pass. Williams going to punt it. He'll kick this one, rugby style. It'll be returned. Kennan going to have a chance at one. That speedster. And he'll be finally bottled up. He needs to come near side and just take off running. Just quit trying to stutter step and just outrun people to the edge. He's fast enough to do so. And a punt by Paola. And Piper's going to have very good field position inside their territory. And as much as I said in the last one, this drive's even more important to try to get some points on the board here. As they will start at the Paola 45-yard line with 5:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. Paola trying to stay unbeaten, 6-0. They went all the way to 10-0 last year before eventually falling. They say on the PA announcer says whenever welcoming everybody, the 5th winningest program in Kansas high school football history. It's pretty awesome. There's a quarterback keeper again. You get a little bit of a feeling on these runs by Macon that he's just about to pop one. And there's a reason why they're staying with him. Certainly his ability to burst out of there, I imagine, is pretty high. And so he just seems like he's hitting the hole a little faster here in the 2nd half than he did in the 1st half. And breaks one tackle. He's going to be off and running. 2nd down and 4. Here he is again trying to catch the edge. And he'll lower his shoulder and get a couple. What he's not accounting for is the team speed of Paola. They can get there. Leighton Moore is into the ball game playing that linebacker spot. Jack Earlywine is a linebacker returning starter for them that is long and lanky, but he can get there in a hurry as well. Fletcher Audie, and when he gets there, it's coming with a little bit of a burst. Here I do think it is 2-down territory. 3rd down and 2. I think they'll go for it if they don't get it here. Tried the hard count, does Macon. Not going to draw him off sides. 3rd down and 2. He'll call for it. Throwing on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, he's got the big guy, Bassett. That big son of a gun's going to catch it. He's going to be running up there. I mean, I saw them warming up with this, him in the slot. And I was like, if they ever throw it to him in the open field, that's going to be dangerous for somebody to tackle him. And there it was, that big guy. Again, 6'5", 250. Catching that thing over the middle, made a nice catch with the hands. It's a gain of about 14 yards on the pitch and catch. And his first time touching the ball is a conversion on 3rd down. I was like, man, they're going to throw it on 3rd and 2. They pick up 14 to Lance Bassett, and he stays in there at that wing back, H-back to the left of the quarterback, Macon. I mean, he is a grown man out there playing for sure. Got that size. Oh, mishandled by Macon. Lucky to keep a hold of it. Carr's back there. Carr's got to be getting close to double-digit tackles tonight. I mean, he has been in a lot of plays as Jake Carr.
Brought down by Carr.
Not much there on the tackle or on the play by Macon because he mishandled that snap. 28-8. But Piper driving. And taking their time. Piper, big run off the right side. Or a big play off the right side, rather, to Kennan. And it's a pass from to Kennan. And 10-plus yard pickup there. Now they're knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 9 for Piper. Macon leading the drive here. They had good field position. They're trying to take advantage of it. Flip the running back to his left. They'll run that way with the quarterback trying to catch the edge. Is it blocked? We'll stop, and Bassett, Demarius Bassett, the other one this is the Bassett for Paola. Up near the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 4 on the carry. And they'll bring up a 2nd down and goal. And now Paola filling their back against the wall. They're going to take a timeout. We'll take it along with them. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Paola Panther football on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
$28-8, but Piper knocking on the door. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Been a heavy dose of Corey Macon. I would be surprised if we see anything much different here at the 5. He'll quarterback keep it. Fighting forward to the goal line. That offensive line that's depleted a little bit, leading the charge. And he'll follow across the goal line into the end zone on the 7th play of that drive. And it's a 5-yard touchdown run by Corey Macon. Caps off that play, that drive that started at the 45 inside Paola territory. And with 2:04, they're going to line up swinging gate. Now they will come on to kick the point after. And Busick to kick it. No, fake it. Going to run a 2-point conversion. Quarterback trying to go to the back. He's got Lance Bassett. And they make the 2-point conversion on the fake PAT. And they hit the big fella in the back of the end zone. It was quarterback attacking to the line of scrimmage. Again, the holder was Logan Laddish, and he's got a touchdown pass in this ballgame already. Now a 2-point conversion pass that's converted. And with 2:04 to play, it's still not in the bag for the Panthers. 2:04 to play in the third, I should say. 28-16. Don't forget about our good friends at the Paola Chamber of Commerce here in the Chamber Connection. The Paola Chamber is always working to promote businesses in Paola and the surrounding area. The Paola Chamber reminds you to shop local first. To learn more, call 913-294-4336 or visit paolachamber.org. There were tons of help to us. Also, don't forget, playoffs perhaps approaching, and late in the season we've had well over 1,000 views every game we've done with Paola, and you want to put your business in front of some Paola families and people that are watching and really engaging with our platform, I encourage you, email paolasportslive@gmail.com, and we'll let you know how you can get your business out in front of these people. It's a unique platform. It's different advertising, and it's also a good support of the school to get these kids some exposure, certainly in this year of it all, but every year we hope to be able to continue to do this for many years to come and be the broadcast voice of the Panthers. Busick to kick it away for the Piper Pirates. Shivani Blackie deep. He's not going to get a chance. In fact, they kick it very short. Good return up the middle. On the carry for Paola. On that one was Maxwell Douglas. And Paola will have very good field position here to start this one at the 44-yard line. And they want another long, sustained drive. Do the Panthers under 2 minutes to play now here in the third. Definitely want to take it into the fourth quarter here on this drive. Toss sweep near side. Audie will stutter step it up into there by Kennan. That number 15, he has been all over. That kid has been a player. Malachi Kennan, 5'10", 165. And it's just going to be a gain of 2 on the run by Audie. Bring up second down and 8 here for the Panthers. Robinson to the far side. Near side is Pitzer split out. There you go. And it'll be Audie the fullback, Blackie the tailback. They're just taking their time to get it in. They're not even get to play in until 5 seconds on the play clock. Better hustle. 3 seconds. He'll get up under and go and snap it with 1. Turn, handoff up the middle. And it's going to be a gain of 3 on the carry by Audie. Again, they are killing some time. They didn't get to play until 6 seconds on the play clock. Snapped it with 1 second. Go back to that 2 wings with the fullback, Audie. Williams will settle under center. Bluffs the snap and then now looks to the sideline. They run those wristbands. The lineman will have to get a play call. They get up there, they got it. Send Pitzer in motion. Option near side. Quarterback keeper all the way. Williams got to make one guy miss. Got a flag. Like pulled his towel out like he pulled a flag in flag football, but that's not going to count here, and it's a nice run of 10 yards. Needed 5. He got 10. Did the quarterback Williams. And, man, when they need it, they can get it. It just seems like that third down and 5, if they need it, they can just run kind of a student body, get everybody body on body. And there's just nobody to account for that guy. And you've got to make – then if you make a guy miss like he did or break a tackle like he did, then you're going to get a little extra. I think he was going to have the first down regardless, but the broke tackle made it a 10-yard run instead of a 7-yard run. Same formation. Turn, handoff. Audie, good little stutter step in the backfield. Breaks the tackle. He's off and running at the 30. Waiting for some blockers, 25. And he'll waltz out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. And that was just easy work there for Fletcher Audie. As, see where they mark that down.
0.7 seconds, and we'll turn this mic over to the real man of the hour.
20 up to the 21-yard line, so about 15 yards on that, no, 25 yards on that run. And so 25 for 25, and it'll bring up a 1st and 10 now as they're knocking on the door here. Once again, inside the red zone or close to just outside the red zone at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 here in the final play, most likely of the third quarter. Turn. Quarterback keeper. He's got the first down. He'll just fall forward. Will Garrett Williams, and it'll be a gain of about 4 yards as we close out the third. We head to the fourth. Panthers trying to punch one more in when we return on Paola Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast, priced right, with plans starting at $34.95. No throttling, no tricks, more upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
(28-16) as we head into the fourth quarter of play in this one. The Paola Panthers, the Piper Pirates. BJ Harris along with you. Camera operator Corinne Harris. And it's been a good night of football here. Good old-fashioned high school football game that each team kind of trading punches at times, having some success at times. And right now, Paola trying to maybe put an early nail in the coffin here in this fourth quarter. Maybe I've already done that. It's just this long drive. Started again with about 2 minutes on the clock. It'll be second down and 6 from the 17 here for the Panthers. Audie the fullback, Blackie the tailback. Wing to that far side is Pitzer. Robinson over there wide out as well. Turn, quick hitter right up the middle for Audie. And he'll have a few. Across the 15, up near the 14, 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 4. And it'll bring up third down and 2. And an official timeout on an injury. That's Demarius Bassett, I believe, which is not good. They've already had Daquan Rogers go out of the ball game with a lower extremity injury on that D-line, and now Bassett, perhaps just a cramp as he's getting stretched out. Don't forget, take a look again at our fall sports schedule as they work on Bassett. There you go. There we are right now at the top of that second column, and volleyball on Tuesday at Spring Hill, boys soccer on Thursday at Spring Hill, and then football on Friday at Eudora. Taking on the Cardinals there in that one. And Lewisburg at home, and then TBA team better watch out. Whoever that might be, they'll seed that bracket, I believe, and then off and run. Bassett, thankfully, is walking off under his own power. Perhaps it was just a cramp. That's a good sign for them. Not real gingerly, but not too bad either. And hopefully he's okay. He is a very good player for them. And it will be third down and short. Third down and 2, kind of a long 2 for Paola. Let's drive the start at their own 44-yard line. It's been a heavy dose of Fletcher Audie's had 4 carries on this drive. And I'd be real surprised if we didn't have a 5th right here. Third down and 2. Williams flips guys. That's 2 guys in motion. That's not legal. And ball came out as well. It's not going to matter. This should be penalty. Let's see what the officials say. Ball in favor of Piper.
And a fumble on the play appears to be recovered by the Pirates.
I'm not sure what happened. Coach is a little fired up. I don't know what that was. Probably should have been dead ball. They let him go. It was illegal motion is what it was going to be. Two guys in motion at the same time, so it was going to be a penalty against Paola anyways. And I think a little bit of relaxation late. Perhaps some forward progress had been stopped, but that drive may end on a fumble. It looks like it's going to. Your best defensive lineman, two of your best defensive linemen right now out. And now the defense is going to have to fumble to end that one. That is a crucial mistake by Paola. As that ends up being fumbled, and the penalty is declined, obviously, because the result was a fumble. And now Piper's got an opportunity here to make this thing real interesting. A touchdown, 2-point conversion is going to make it a 4-point game. Still 2 scores it's going to take, 2 touchdowns it's going to take to get back into this one. But things have gotten interesting just a little bit here with 11:41 to play in the ball game. And Piper's got the football at their own 10-yard line here with 11:41. New quarterback Laddish in there. See, I don't understand this move now. I questioned the move back to Macon. Now I question the move back to Laddish. Penalty flag comes in late as well. And you are what you are. You do what you were going to do, and it's a loss of 1 on the play. On the quarterback carry. Second down 11, but a penalty flag is out there as well. Jake Carr comes off with a helmet off. He's cramping up just a little bit as well. I thought I saw a penalty flag. They never marked anything down. Laddish turn, handoff, McNeil. And he was going to have a hole, and then he wasn't. And that was Carter Stanchfield is the one who said nope. It looked like it was open, but Stanchfield was holding his part of the line. And college coaches in the MIAA need to get on that kid. Carter Stanchfield's an MIAA player. I've seen a few covering the Gorillas for a decade, and he's one that can play at that level. Don't miss out on local kids. 2 wide receivers far side, 2 to the near side. Straight drop for Laddish on 3rd and long. Lets it fly. He's got his man. He's got to get to the 25, or just across the 20 rather. I don't know if he got it. It'll be on the depend on the spot. That's a it's close. It was close. And he does get the pass completion to Kennan of about 9 yards. He needed 9, he got 9. Or needed 10, he got 10. And it will move the chains. 1st down, just what they needed in this situation. Trying to take advantage of a Paola turnover. 2 turnovers in the ball game for Paola, none for the Piper Pirates. Turn, handoff, McNeil. He'll have a couple, perhaps. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and about 9.
64 Stanchfield there again.
And we'll give him 2. Bring up a 2nd down and 8 here for the Pirates.
2nd down 8.
They've got that chance to take one shot down the field, too. If they get a nice play here, they perhaps will, but they've got this over here. Isaiah Coppage, basically mano a mano with Isaac Myers. Depends on if pitcher comes over to help safety-wise. I think he's got to stay inside to help on 45. They'll swing it out here. McNeil trying to pick his way and brought down Brackner and Jack Earlywine making the play across the 25 up near the 27-yard line. It's a good gain on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and manageable. 3rd down and 3 after a gain of about 5.
Up to the 27-yard line. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 here for the Piper Pirates, trying to move the chains and keep this drive alive. Laddish looking to pass. He has a little bit of time. Lets it fly. Airmails over the top of Kennan. And it'll fall incomplete. Bring a 4th down. I think you go for it. I don't think you have a chance here. I think you maybe throw one down the field and hope that if it doesn't be converted, then it's intercepted deep. Laddish wants to go for it. They're not going to do that. He's calling a play, trying to. It's shaken off by the coach over there, I think. Laddish is the quarterback right now, and he's the punter, so another thing to keep in mind, it's 4th and manageable. The defense is going to stay in. They're not even going to run a punt return on there. Now I have a returner out there. And Laddish will put a boot into one. He shanked it. See why not go for it, right? It's going to be a change of field position of 10 yards, about less than 10 yards. And
12-yard punt sails out of bounds.
Yeah, 12 yards, I guess, is the difference. I mean, take a chance. You can convert on that fourth down, and you get it, keep this drive alive now. Paola gets it right back in good field position. You don't know they're going to you don't know that they're going to kick it out of bounds like that, but, you know, give yourself a chance. So they're going to have it at the Piper 39-yard line to start this drive here with 8:50. And, well, the turnovers have not resulted. They have had short field on one turnover after a botched punt return. Couldn't convert on that one, and now they can't convert on this one late in the ballgame. Turn, handoff up the middle. Again, Audie has been the workhorse going behind that offensive line of the Panthers. And he'll barrel forward across the 35 up near the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play. On the run by Audie.
Mark off a gain of 5.
And they'll bring up a second down now. Injured Pirate. And a timeout. We'll take it. We're back at 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Are you thinking about buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug, your condition may get worse, or you may experience a bad reaction. Don't put your health at risk. To learn how to find an online pharmacy that's safe and legal, visit fda.gov/BeSafeRx. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Second down and 5 here for the Panthers. So wind the clock after the injury of Khalil Kennedy. I think it was cramps for him. Williams under center. Turn into the belly of Giovanni Blackie. Going forward, close to a first down. And he's hitting the hole hard as well. That's the other thing you can evaluate is it's easy to be aggressive, hit the hold hard in the first quarter. When you're still hitting the hole hard, 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, that's a good thing. And they've done a good job of mixing up lots of Audie, then lots of Blackie, a little bit of running for the quarterback, Williams. I mean, they've mixed it up, giving these guys a little bit of a break here and there and keep them fresh going into the fourth quarter. This is all about getting better, continue to improve, and be the team you want to be come week 9, 10, 11. Blackie into the end zone at the 5, touchdown. He takes it to the house. A 29-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Blackie again, just like a heavyweight boxer. The Panthers just keep swinging away, and eventually you're going to get knocked out, and that was it right there. 29-yard touchdown run. First time a touchdown run by somebody not named Garrett Williams tonight. And Giovanni Blackie puts it into the house. Here with 7:43 to play. It's just hard for a defense to keep bringing it. Hide back in to try to kick the PAT. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on the way, and this time it's good. 35-16 is your score. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible and dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Playing a little Lady Gaga for you, kid. 35-16, 7:43 to play. kudos to Lewisburg going on the road. Short turnaround. They were supposed to host Bonner, which was probably going to be a pretty good win for them. Easy one-sided win, and they wanted to play football, so picked up a late one. They're getting all they wanted. I know that. They're at Smithville, Missouri, and it's 28-0 in the fourth quarter. Lewisburg does have the ball in driving, but not the way they wanted to go on the road, but they do pick up a game and keep going. Tonganoxie playing a Missouri team tomorrow as well. If you want to watch that, watch it at youtube.com/Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'll have the broadcast of that one coming up tomorrow as they host Southern Boone. And Fletcher Otte going to kick another one out of bounds. Giovanni Blackie on a 3-play, 39-yard drive as he capped it off on a 29-yard touchdown run. 7:43 to play. And now Piper's going to have pretty good field position to start this drive, but the damage, I believe, has been done. Piper's stayed in there. They've made some plays. They've turned Paola over twice and just unable to take advantage. They're going to back them up and have them re-kick it. So get another kick. And just trying to get some of these athletes the ball in their hand, perhaps. Kicking it short to the near side. They've got Isaiah Coppage over here, and that's a guy I'm sure with the ball in his hand he can get dangerous. He's been a very good player. I've been very impressed with 15 for them. Malachi Kennan. Impressed with a lot of these guys. Again, they've had some injuries. Piper's got the youngest of the Beebe brothers, Camden Beebe, 6'3", 300-pound sophomore. They grow him big. And Cooper, his older brother, was a Shrine Bowl player a few years back and starting tackle for the Kansas State Wildcats right now. And he's injured on the sideline. I'm sure he'd be helpful for them. We got a rugby scrum out there right now. Blow the whistle. Somebody's going to get hurt. Finally, they do. That pile was moving forward the whole time, so forward progress wasn't stopped, but a pretty good field position for
number 9, Dominique Herrick-Britton.
Piper. Basically, it's 3 yards beyond where they were going to get it after the penalty, or 2 yards beyond. So I guess it is better. Easy.
Progress.
They'll put him at the own 42-yard line here with 7:33 to play in the ball game. I'm surprised I haven't seen Piper take more shots up top. Like they haven't had a ton of success running the ball. They will bring back in Macon, who led them on their only scoring drive of the second half. And he just, it's like if you go find any flag football game tomorrow, if they're playing those somewhere, and a lot of teams will put the best athlete at quarterback and they just snap it back to him and takes off running. Basically, that's the play call there. It's just get the ball in his hands and just start running forward, try to lead. Typically, it's going to be very successful. That big offensive line leaning on you. And that time it was a pretty good run there by Macon of about 4 yards to break up a 2nd down and 6. Left-handed thrower. He's going to throw one up top. I mentioned throw it up deep. He's got his man down the field, and it just falls incomplete. Again, this time throwing it up. They got speed all over the place. Just haven't taken a bunch of advantage of it.
Number 10.
And trying to throw it out there for number 10 is not on our roster, but falls incomplete to bring up a 3rd down and 6. Because it's too tight. You got to keep it looser so you can move up and down like that. Sorry, folks. I want to make you sick. Doing a little coaching. 3rd down and 6. Macon still at quarterback. Straight drop. Looking. Now flushed. He'll let it go. Nearly intercepted by Williams. In and out of his hands. And will fall incomplete to bring up a 4th down. So back-to-back incomplete passes. We'll bring up a 4th down here for the Pirates. Well, they're throwing it down the field now. Not making those connections. 4th down and 6. They'll go for it, no doubt. Watch 45 coming out of that from that slot spot. He'll be over a wing, maybe H-back, sneaking out of the backfield perhaps. And then 2 wide receivers near side, your speedsters, both here, Kennan and Coppage on the near side. They'll look right, however, the whole way. Now going to run it, and he'll finally let one fly. And Macon gets a whole face full of Leighton Moore. Way more than he wanted. And he is still on the ground over there. He just let one fly. He thought he was going to run for it. Leighton Moore has caught him in a hurry. And Macon just threw it up. They turn it over on downs. And it will bring up a 1st and 10 for the Panthers with 6:42 to play. As Macon lucky to get up. And they're not setting the change yet. Now they will. So Paola's going to start at the Piper. Second straight drive starting inside their territory at the Piper 46-yard line. 6:42 to go in this fourth quarter. First down and 10 from the 46. Full house backfield. Turn, handoff, last guy through Giovanni Blackie. And Giovanni will be stopped and meant backwards. Still playing, though, Piper is. Give them credit. I mean, they faced some adversity. Just a decision early in the season for both Piper and Bonner to just keep playing and play all road games. It's a tough situation. And they just keep doing it. So it must be some tough kids. Just strap it up and go play. Short-handed, easy to say, hey, let's just not play, and they don't. Keep on going. It's a gain of 3 by Blackie. Brings up second down and 7 here for the Panthers. Turn, handoff on the left side for Blackie again. He'll fall up near the 40-yard line, rather. It'll be another gain of a couple, maybe 3.
Rushes forward to the 40-yard line. Third down and 4.
And it'll bring up a 3rd and 4 here for the Panthers. They'll run the clock, should run it down inside 5 minutes by the time this play is done. Williams going to keep it, rolling to the near side. Flushed. He'll let it fly. Get it out for Carr. He's not going to have enough for the first down. He's going to be close, but he's going to be short. It's going to be shy of the first down by a few yards. It'll bring up a 4th down and 2. I think they go for it here. Rare catch by Carr. Doesn't have a ton on the season, maybe none. And cramps continue to be. It's hotter than it should be mid-October, or October 9th, first third of the month. But it's much hotter than it typically is this time of the year right now. And so we're seeing more and more cramps than we typically do. Lewisburg getting ready to give up another score late in the fourth quarter. And that one at Smithville, Missouri. All these schools just continuing to work and find games and battle through some of the issues. We mentioned Spring Hill. They've been on quarantine for 2 weeks. Hopefully they'll get back to it next week. It's one of our channels as well, springhillsportslive.com. And Tonganoxie playing yet another Saturday game. They played this Piper team last Saturday. A game that got pushed back a day, and now they play another Saturday, which is fun. Not as much college football going on. Some of the NAIA teams around the area have been shut down here a week lately, and then obviously Division II not playing right now, although some of those teams are going to be getting it up. I know I'm a Pitt State supporter, Pitt State fan, and covered their games for quite a while, and they're going to start playing some non-conference just for fun games, basically, pretty soon, which... Okay. Fourth down. Turn, handoff. Blackie right up the middle. He's got the first down and more. Barely forward as he needed 2, and I think he got 5 on the play.
5-yard gain on the play.
And just behind that big offensive line up front, Puser. Also in there, I mentioned he got some play time earlier. Dylan Miller on D-line. Brackner, the guard on the near side, and then Brady Johnson playing as tackle on the near side. as Bassett has been out. First down and 10, though, for the Panthers. Bring a blitz, turn, handoff Blackie. If he gets past the first line, he's gone. Across the 15, he's going to be just brought up, just shy. A touchdown-saving tackle by Dominic Britton. Herring Britton makes that tackle, but it's about a 24-yard run by Giovanni Blackie. And it'll be first and goal at the 9-yard line for the Panthers. They'll take some time off the clock, run this thing down around 3 minutes by the time this play's done. Williams turn, handoff for Audie, and Fletcher not much there, as he'll be lucky to get a yard.
Immediately to the line of scrimmage on the left side. No gain on the play.
They're going to say no gain on the run by Audie, a rare no gain. That's the other thing, this Paola team, they rarely go backwards. Now, that happens very few times. I was looking at some team stats throughout the year so far, and you can tell by total yards and then net yards how many times they go back. It's very few that they've lost, and then typically very few zero-yardage ones. Giovanni Blackie just following those guys, just doing such a nice job following his blockers. It's going to be a gain of about 8 up to the 1-yard line. I say turn and hand that ball to him once again. And this will be, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be his 6th carry on this drive. I think he gets it here. And they'll run the time down as much as possible. You see that play clock in the top right corner of the screen. I'd be surprised if they snap that before it's under 5. Because that'll run this thing down near the 2-minute mark by the time this thing's over with. We'll see if they get in here. 3rd down and goal. Turn. They do give it to Audie. Audie backwards going forwards now. And he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. I really thought they'd give it to Giovanni Blackie. Fletcher needed a payoff. He has not gotten to the end zone tonight as well, but he does here. A 2-yard run by Fletcher Audie. And he punches it in 41-16. Capped off an 8-play drive, 46 yards. Big one was a big run by Giovanni Blackie. Other than that, it was just take your lunch pail to work and get the job done. And Hyde to kick the point after. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on the way, and it is good. 42-16, Panthers stay unbeaten. 2:23 to play in this ball game. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
42-16, the Paola Panthers in control of this one over the Piper Pirates. Paola going to move to 6-0 on the season. Piper will fall to 3-3, but I mentioned in the open, Piper in 6 games, all on the road, mind you, will now have played the number 5 ranked team in Class 4A, who was leading Pittsburgh, a 5A team, a moment ago when I checked the scores. Lansing played them earlier. They played Tongi last week, who's the number 3 ranked team, and now they'll play the number 2 ranked team in 4A, the Paola Panthers. And so they've had plenty of tests this season. And this one's going to keep on the ground. Ball's loose. He'll go in there. Panthers going to have it. That was, I believe, for Paola. Caden Ramey, I think, came in there and put a body on a guy just as he was bending over to pick up the football. And I think he fell on it to Caden Ramey. I think that is 44. We'll see when he gets up. It is. Ramey came down there, got there, and hit the body of the guy who was bending over to pick it. I don't think he knew Ramey was coming. And he got a body on him, and the ball slid underneath Ramey right into his breadbasket. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on a kickoff that was not very well executed by Piper. And so Paola's going to have it at the 39-yard line. Lewisburg scores, I think, on a kickoff return for a touchdown to get one late in that one. So they'll start the Piper 39 once again. Short field for Paola. They just want to run some clock here. Turn handoff, Audie on the far side. Fletcher breaking tackles. Fletcher Audie does not care that it's 42-16. I can promise you that. That's an 11-yard run by 25.
10-yard gain of play, good for another Panther first down.
And he does not care that it's a 42-16 game. Stands are emptying. He doesn't care about that. He just wants to have power on power. I'm going to drive it as hard and fast as I can. Keep on coming at you. 25. Hey, he's fun to watch. Williams will settle under center. Turn. Handoff again to the big fella. Good cut up near the 25-yard line. And Brackner. No, that's not Brackner. Getting hooked up in there. Some big fellas. Isaiah Taylor, 5'8", 190-pound junior. Staying on his guy, blocking him all the way to the end of the whistle. It's a 2-yard run. On the carry by Audie. And again, they're just going to run some time off the clock. 11 seconds on the play clock. And it'll be second down at 8, and they'll take a knee. And that should do it. Victory knee for the Panthers. Just needed a first down, and they got it. And now they'll be able to run one more play. And again, we are on the road at Eudora next Friday night. On the road, haven't had a ton of road games. So far, we've been at Spring Hill and at Ottawa. Now at Eudora. And that'll be the last road game probably for a while. I believe it could be. I mean, if they can stay unbeaten, it would probably be the last one until the end of the year, until hopefully week 13. But we will see. Final knee, and that will do it. 42-16, your final score in this one as the Paola Panthers do remain unbeaten, 6-0 on the year. Take out a very good Piper Pirates team. And then the odd move to the center of field. Raise your helmets. No more handshake. Can't wait till that's over. And all this is over. But the Panthers, they did get a big test here tonight from Piper at times in this ball game, but just too much, eventually overwhelming the Pirates. Pirates will fall to 3-3 on the year, and again, the Panthers at 6-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back one final time, wrap things up here from Paola. The Panthers stay unbeaten, and you watched it here on Paola Sports Live.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call us at
913-247-3530.
Piper clearing things out as they get back on the bus to head up to the north part of the metro, and they should be proud of themselves. I mean, that was a tough team. That was a very tough team. And again, I mentioned a little bit ago, they have faced some adversity, but kept coming tonight. And but just it is a very good Paola football team. I've said it. You heard me talk to Coach about it. If you listen to our pregame interview, this is good. This is as good a football team as I've got a chance to cover in 19 years. I covered a team my first year out of college in Nebraska. That went and played for a state championship. That was a pretty good football team. This is pretty comparable, if not better. I'd probably better. So this is a good high school football team in Paola. So certainly nothing for Piper to hang their heads on, and came out and did the best they could. But Paola is going to get a lot of teams like this, and very similar night to what we saw last week against Wamego, although I think Paola was even more dominant in that one. And it turns out Wamego is not too bad. They were keeping pace with Miege in the first half of that game. We'll try to grab some scores on that on the way out. But right now, this one ends. Paola, real quick, we'll recap. They score on the first drive of the ball game as they went 10 plays, 64 yards. Piper tried to start the game on an onside kick, but eventually it ends up being illegal contact prior to the kick getting to the 10-yard line. And so Paola gets it, short field. Relatively short field. They go 10 plays, 64 yards, capped off on a 11-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams. 7:04 to play in the first quarter, 7-0. Piper punts, but it's fumbled by Ryan Sloan for Paola, so the Piper Pirates get a short field at the Paola 22. Can't do anything with it. Turn it over on downs. Paola gets it back. They punt. Piper punts. Paola gets it, and they go 11 plays, capped off on a 9-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams, his second of 3 in the first half. Point after attempt was no good, 13-0 with 8:36 to go in the first quarter. Piper has to punt. Paola has to punt. Piper gets it back. They put on a nice drive, and they get on the board. And something to think about, they have to overcome a big sack by Jake Carr of a loss of 11 yards. It was second down, and it was third down and 21. They convert on 22-yard run by their speedy wide receiver Malachi Kennan. He converts it. The very next play, a 24-yard hookup on a pitch and catch from Laddish to Coppage. 2-point conversion was good. So with 2:27 to go in the first half, it was 13-8. I mean, it was game on. Paola gets it, though, and they go to work. 2:21. They drive down the field in 9 plays, 74 yards. Cap it off on a 2-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams. 2-point conversion on a pitch and catch from Williams to Brock Pitzer with 47 seconds to play in the half, made it 21-8. That's bad enough. Run out of time does Piper. They can't do much going into the locker room. Piper comes out. They're going to get the ball and start the second half. They have a chance. If they can go down and score right there, make it even closer, who knows? They can't. Paola gets it back. 2 plays later, a 50-yard pitch and catch from Garrett Williams to Bo Robinson. 2-point conversion, or the point after was good by Fletcher Audie. And with 9:09 to play in the third, the Panthers would lead it at that point 28-8. But Piper would not be denied. They kept coming. Paola punts it away. Piper puts together probably their best drive of the ball game. As they start at the Paola 45-yard line, they go 7 plays, 45 yards. Capped off on a 5-yard touchdown run by their quarterback, Corey Macon. Point after attempt was good on a fake PAT. So a 2-point conversion good, made it 28-16. So 2:04 to go in the third. It's 28-16. But then Paola would get it back. They would take a lot of time off the clock, but they would eventually fumble it on the ensuing drive. A golden egg to Piper. They can't do anything with it. They punt it. That Panther defense just kept getting stronger and stronger as the game went on. Piper would get it. Paola would get it at the Piper 39. They go 3 plays, this time capped off on a run by Giovanni Blackie with 7:43 to play, 35-16. That about did it. They would tack one more on late, would the Panthers. This time a 2-yard touchdown run by Fletcher Audie. 8-play, 46-yard drive that ran it all the way down to the 2:23 mark of the game. Made it 42-16. That's how this game would end, 42-16 here tonight. That'll do it for us. Again, we got volleyball on Tuesday at Spring Hill, soccer on Thursday at Spring Hill, and then football at Eudora on Friday. Busy week next week. Be sure you join us for every second of the action. Follow us at PaolaSportsLive.com. Follow us at Facebook.com/PaolaSportsLive. And, of course, YouTube.com/PaolaSportsLive if you want to watch some Paola Panther athletics. For my camera operator, Corinne Harris and BJ Harris saying so long from Paola. The Panthers are 6-0. They'll stay in the top 5 of 4A. We'll see where they end up after the week. But one a night for the Panthers as they win it 42-16 over Piper. And you watched it right here on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
You've been watching Panther Athletics on Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at GoBrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.